I would have done dynamite, but I didn't want to kill him. I said I was going to do dynamite, but I didn't want to blow them to pieces when killing them.
There was a little shark up there.
What?
Shark.
Shark? Where's the shark?
In the Discord.
Oh.
Oh no, it's not in there. Where's the shark you're seeing?
Posted it. Above the turtle, above Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, basically it was a bunch of little sharks of that style was what everyone was catching.
Did y'all catch a goblin fish?
No,
Goblin shark?
No, it was lava sharks. Or lava sharks.
Or just a goblin.
You actually caught a goblin. It just happened to be swimming. It's got a snorkel and everything, and you caught him on your line. I like it. Why is that a raid emoji?
I don't like it. Hi, Finn. Hello. Oh my goodness, left shark. You all with your Discord nitro.
Hell swinging out and personality all along.
Exactly. Wait. I'll show you my favorite shark. It's not this one, it's a different one.
Oh my goodness. The cat in the shark costume.
So good. I love all these little shark kids.
It's always funny how strongly left shark took the nation by storm for a brief period.
Oh yeah.
It's like left shark and then Tiger King.
Hopefully the shark hasn't gone to jail now.
That's my favorite shark.
Just gonna say it. If Soul was a shark.
Man!
That's just the energy that gives me.
Oh my god! Hello! Hello. Welcome.
I forgot the drinks in the car.
That's okay, we got
Plenty of booze here already.
Oh, but this is special homemade booze.
Oh. Homemade booze?
Yeah, probably disgusting.
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. I always like the beers that you make, so.
Well, this isn't a beer. This is a strawberry kiwi hard seltzer.
Whoa. I'll try it. I normally don't like seltzers, but I'll try it. As long as it doesn't taste like, LaCroix, like flavors or hint of lime.
Now the question is, did Adam brew the fruit next to it or in it? And that'll be if it's LaCroix or not.
Yeah. LaCroix would be like somebody in the next room thinking really hard about cherries.
Strawberry on the TV across the street.
I've always heard strawberry, but with a low battery.
Never had LaCroix.
Good.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know, but like a lot of older people really seem to like it.
Yeah. Stick your tongue out. There you go.
And, like,
Transport in the
kind of
truck next to bananas.
I've noticed older people and bougie people are the ones who rave about LaCroix.
And then older bougie people. Oh, don't get me started.
Croy boy.
What?
The thing Eric posted.
older bougie, isn't that like Grey Gardens?
I think, what would older bougie is like East Coast old money. Like someone's like, oh, my name's on a university building somewhere.
Okay, Poe, I'm not gonna lie. All of those shark images look like Final Fantasy XIV shark images.
They are Final Fantasy XIV shark images.
Who made these?
I don't remember. I know I sent them to you before.
I know I've seen them before, but I didn't realize that they were for that. Because you got a raid one, you got a limit break one, you have one that apparently is a fishing buff. I don't know what this one is. Let's see. Cry. Okay.
Do you only have them if you have Nitro, or
You have the AFK one. It's from the Grizzly server.
oh, so
I definitely downloaded them from somewhere. I don't remember where I put it.
Oh, the shark's getting rezzed.
I didn't know you could do that in Discord. I thought you had to have Nitro to get the custom emojis.
If you own the server, you can get the emojis and upload them to your server and then use them in your server, which is what he did. But
Can you have a server without having nitro?
Yeah.
You just can't use them elsewhere.
Yeah, okay. That would explain. It's like I have like 8,000 different servers I'm in, so when I go to the emojis,
Yeah,
there's
like
like
the emojis are like
30,000 little icons at the bottom that are all grayed out because I'm not in that server.
I knew I was being knocked out of something.
Hey, I mean, all of the Beholgies you can use in our server, and those are the best ones.
Yes. But see, what we should do then is we should change this from a dial-in group chat and make a server for just the game, and then we can have custom emojis for the characters in the game.
Could also post stuff in there.
That too.
Hi, buddy.
I'm not opposed to the idea. Let's talk about it later.
Or bomb off of Juan's and make a
No.
subfolder within that.
I wouldn't do that. Glad you can make it.
I'm so happy to be here. Cold, so.
Which is great, because we have plot elements to discuss with you.
Oh,
/ interrogate you with.
Wait, what? What did I miss?
Everything regarding the sylphs.
Harry's just been drunk a lot lately.
I pretty much played you as drunk and
Bob.
yeah. Oh, hi Fenrir.
Always metagaming.
Drunk and monologuing to himself.
Would anyone like to try whatever this?
I would.
Yeah, I'd like to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try.
Let's do it.
Yeah, give Eric a double.
Let's pour it into the microphone.
Yeah, Fenrir does look like he wants to try. I'm curious. If I gave Fen beer, would he sleep through the night?
Some dogs. Oh, don't give them hoppy beer because dogs
Farts?
cannot metabolize hops. They can be very poisonous and cause them to have hypothermia.
So no.
Well, he'll be sleeping through the night, but not the way you want him to.
That's really morbid.
Yeah, Alex. Glad you're here, man.
The first test, make sure it doesn't explode.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started while you're doing that.
Oh,
I guess no John tonight.
Oops. I mean, can't hold it against him. He is a continent and a half away.
I can hold it against him.
It's
and I
like, what, 7 a.m. over there or something?
perfect. He's already away.
You let things slide too easily. He's still on this planet.
Was it like you can contact him on this plane of existence?
Yeah,
Tuesday's consistent. He has Wi-Fi. There should be no excuse.
exactly.
Fenrir is snoot deep in Bob's ear while Bob's trying to eat an octopus.
Straight for the octopus, yeah.
It won't make you blind, but.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have more of these at home. I'm trying to get rid of them. So,
Oh, okay.
anyone wants more, or wants to take these home, or wants to leave them here?
Oh, thank you. Sure.
Or do you want the less one?
This is for you.
I'm guessing you poured one for everyone? Was that the
Yes. I mean, if you don't want it, I'll drink it.
I'm fine with whatever. I just didn't want to take.
Yeah, more or less, just whichever one you want.
I'm okay with this one unless you want.
All right. Dungeons and Dragons.
Taste testing time?
Interesting taste. I taste strawberry. Cheers.
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 Okay, well, right off the bat, it's better than LaCroix.
Yes.
It's a very low bar, but you beat it.
That's what I'm going for. I pick my battles.
Very smooth.
Low battles.
Yeah, honestly, for a seltzer, it doesn't taste bitter and gross.
Yeah, this feels like tastes like something you could probably get in
It
a
should
store.
be it should be low carb. It should be 0 carb.
Zero carbs.
The yeast ate it all, man.
The yeast ate it all.
What level are we, like 20 or something?
Oh yeah, you leveled 5 times.
Harry's level 20, but he's so drunk he's effectively level 9.
That's it. Oh, that's the whole thing. He's level 20. He's just like progressively getting less drunk.
Okay, so
Oh, I used to be able to do this.
Wait. Didn't I catch Wish that one time? Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
It's like the opposite of what's it, Travis's character from the beginning of Campaign 3.
The old dude? Oh no.
Yeah, because he's an 80-something-year-old man or whatever, but in 20 years prior he was a level 19 fighter, and now he's a level 5 fighter because of age.
No.
I like that idea.
Old man with me.
He cheats age until he doesn't.
Yeah, that's all of us.
Sounds about right.
Okay, so last time, as Jimmy gave a brief recap already, but since Adam just got here,
Nope, I don't want to know.
y'all got on a boat headed for Yancha, but before you can get there, you had to stop at Anakoro to pay the rupee tithe, something that the captain of your ship was going to do for you. Did I give the captain of the ship a name? I don't think I did.
I don't think anybody asked.
That's good. Alright, so
Finger.
while you're on the ship, you engaged in a fishing contest. You saw a primal, which jumped out of the water and flew away. A giant whale, in fact. Which was identified as Bismarck. You saw the volcano known as Hell's Lid, the continuously spewing out magma.
Is it lava once it comes up?
I think it's lava when it's below ground,
I
magma
think
when
maybe
it's out.
you're right. You're probably right.
Magma.
It's a fantasy game.
That physics exists. Then you arrived at Anakoro. Oh, you also met with a Kojin, which appears to be a large, tall lizard person wearing a face mask, has a shell, like a turtle,
We all have a shell.
and he seemed to be hunting after Bismarck, but Bismarck flew away. So instead, this Kojin by the name of Sorbonne invited you to visit him underneath the waves in a place he called Tamamizu, which apparently is a city underwater. You got to Onokoro, and then there was an exhibition bout between three of your friends. That would be Millie, Deus, and Omega, which Millie won, kind of, barely, sort of.
By default.
Yeah. And that's where we left off. So we'll go ahead and pick up there after everybody's cleaning themselves up and getting healed from that fight. Alright.
Was it a fight against everyone or just
It was just Deus, Millie, and Omega
Okay.
on the beach with Sid observing from the deck, while the ship captain was on the docks paying the tithe to the
So that's
Confederacy.
everyone's fighting on the beach, so it's Top Gun.
half of it is
Slow
Top Gun.
motion and
Volleyball
jean shorts.
net.
Yeah, exactly. I'm attuned.
It's like you were there.
I'm
You
tonally
give
attuned.
Millie too much credit in the pants department.
Is Omega now down?
No, Omega, because of the fear effect, Omega ran away. Like, dropped her spear and ran for about a minute, unless somebody tried to intervene.
I didn't.
God deigned to let it happen.
No.
Also, if you haven't seen that, Jess made that for Millie.
Oh! It's Millie behind the mask.
Yes.
When she made that?
Resident artist extraordinaire.
Oh.
I will kind of try and center the Neolith between the three of them and send a pulse of mass cure wounds through it.
Okay.
So that'll bring Deus up from.
Sherman will kind of just look in the direction that Omega trampled off into, and then just kind of.
That's 19 healing to all of you.
Oh, thank you.
Pretty good.
We have a visitor in the chat.
Oh,
We do.
yeah.
Oh, hi!
Alright.
How's your finger?
You still have all 9 of them?
How's your finger?
Good.
Good.
I don't have to wear the cast anymore.
Oh, that's great.
That's good.
Caster Lane.
Why are you showing it, Dad?
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. Looks all healed to me.
All there.
Doctor didn't have to take any fingers.
That's good. I lost 2 of my fingers. Yes, it's funny.
That's the right response.
You're suffering immensely.
Humor. This generation.
Eric's teaching her well.
I don't even know what generation is your kid's age. Like, what's the name for that generation?
No idea. They can hear you.
That's also true.
They like Zoomers or something?
No, that's like the
Would that still
teens to mid-20s
Yeah.
Zoomers.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I thought those were like millennials.
the TikTok
No,
generation?
millennials.
We're just
Yeah.
loop it back. Call them baby boomers. Loop it back. We're the
I think
greatest
millennials is
generation.
up to like around 40 at this point.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, because we're only like. Never mind.
It's basically like people who were kids-ish during Y2K.
Whatever ish means.
I'm mentally 12 still.
Oh,
Apparently they are Generation Alpha.
How the hell?
You can't start with a generation of
it was like Microsoft or something.
Why are they?
I know.
XP, Generation XP,
Generation
10.
It's just somebody with a dartboard
Vista.
of descriptors and just like, okay,
Well,
we're gonna
that's
go
exactly how it
from
is.
Zoomers to Boomers to Zoomers to Millennials, breaking the trend, and then to Gen Z, and then Alpha.
Yeah, and totally ignore Gen X like everybody else does. Thank you.
Well, that was I said Zoomers, I meant X
Yeah.
Boomers.
Yeah.
What are they?
Let's see how it is.
I don't know what's happening. All I know is I've been sitting on this beach and no one's talked to me for several months.
All I know is why did they name a generation after a chocobo?
So these are the questions no one asks. Thank you for being that brave.
You're welcome.
To ask the hard questions.
Why would you say something so controversial? And
I love that phrase.
yeah.
I love that show. It's so.
What was it from?
The Eric Andre show.
Yes.
I just forget
yes.
What was the setup? Like some random guest shows up. He's like,
Well, every guest was a random
every-
guest.
You recently tweeted, "I love Hitler." Why would you say that? And like that was the setup. The guy was like, "I don't know what's happening."
I love the since he passed, they posted I've been seeing a lot of the Lance Reddick going on the Eric Andre show.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, it's hilarious because like the only script for the thing is whatever back and forth that they have. Then Lance Reddick leaves the set, and comes back wearing like what is essentially like loincloth rags and the same visor that Geordie LaForge has from Star Trek, and then a completely improvised rant that Eric Andre had no idea what he was going to go with. And I won't spoil it, but it's hilarious.
I feel like I need to find this.
No,
You do.
You kind of do, but you kind of don't.
Break even.
Yeah, I think they do still say ages. I think like something like age of the internet is like the current 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
So Dungeons and Dragons.
So anyway, D&D.
Yeah. So if I'm conscious again, I'm gonna go pick up Omega's stick, and then I'm gonna go try to wrangle her and
It's a spear this time. She upgraded it, remember?
Spear.
It's still
in the class
stick
that can
of stick.
stab.
Yeah, so it's in the root class of sticks. There's a
Yeah.
branch that is spears.
Kingdom, Phylum,
Yeah, exactly. King and whatever.
And then right next to it is like pole arms. So you got like spears, pole arms,
They're cousins, they don't
quarterstaffs,
get
All
along.
spears are sticks, but not all sticks are spears.
Exactly, right?
tuning fork.
Yeah, that's how Omega gives you a tune-up.
Actually, it's like the Gorham sword thing, though, right? If you stab somebody hard enough with a stick, it's a spear.
Well, I mean, but that transcends sort of a hierarchical taxonomy. That is something that applies to each object.
buck
in this
It's
system.
an honorific.
Not an
Like because you took a quarterstaff and you split a table, it has
It's more of
ascended to a
it's
sword.
more of an
I love this
empirical
group.
descriptor.
I
Like
really
a
do
superficial
love this
descriptor is less about like the essence of what it is, right? You know, it's a very concrete taxonomy. It's not very abstract, right? There's a single criterion: table splitting. It has nothing to do about the morphology, the shape, the construction, the material. This is what Harry's been reading a
Who did
lot
we
about.
just get?
Will.
Will. I will.
Hey.
I recognize
Hello,
that.
cool kids.
Hi.
Where?
Yeah.
Sorry,
So-
I did not get the
so-
call notification, and I just like came and was like, oh.
Oh yeah.
Weird.
What's this? Should check it out. Yeah, so I'll tell Omega that I'm very proud of her, and that she took out the greatest threat first, which is how I taught her. So I'm a pretty good teacher.
I'm not going to speak for Omega because
She agrees
she'll be
with me.
on later, but I'm sure she agrees. Yes. Okay. But she stopped running away and was very confused on why she was running.
It's okay. We're gonna delve into that later on when he's on.
Yeah, because that only lasts 1 minute.
Wonder what he
Has
saw.
anyone given Omega her weapon back?
No, but Deus just picked it up.
I was about to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically we picked up like immediately after Omega ran off and dropped her weapon. Sid did a heal so that everyone's not on the brink of unconsciousness, which brought Deus to waking.
Yep. So I'll help her get back to the ship.
Millie cheated.
But all's fair in love and war.
I have to think about that one.
Don't think too hard. You'll end up like Kevin.
No, I don't want that.
We want to fly.
I can't do the Omega voice.
Well, you'd be good.
Yeah, just go slightly more gritty.
Grit's hard to do without hurting your throat.
Yeah. Unless you meant Gritty like the mascot for the Philadelphia Flyers.
I mean, you have to do the gritty dance while you talk.
No.
My familiar is Gritty.
That's your warlock patron.
The most powerful, but also the most fickle.
The Eldritch Horror.
Yeah, it goes like Gritty, Azathoth, or sorry, Cthulhu, Azathoth, Gritty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the hierarchy.
Really the secret old, the eldest of the elders.
There's the Crawling King, and then there's the Grittying King.
Griddy.
He has guns, they're called the Gridirons.
Gridigan.
Okay, so that happened. What's everyone else doing now? You guys are still on the beach.
Has the toll been paid effectively at this point?
Captain's still dealing with Rasho.
Gotcha. And I don't think we got his name.
Okay. Well, out of character.
Yeah.
Damn it, Pet Ben! Well, I can still hear you, so go ahead. No.
Are we? This toll is to go on.
Basically,
to the island or
any
to pass?
maritime travel that occurs within the Ruby Sea, you must pay a toll to the Confederacy, which does in turn also benefit from protection services.
Sure.
So we did that once already when we got to Kugane, the ship we took from Ulda area, or Vesper Bay?
Vesper Bay.
Gudania.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boat we took from there, we've already ran into them once, and then now, so that's what they're paying here. So the purpose of this pit stop was just land here, meet up with the Confederacy, pay the toll, and then we can make our way to Doma with or Yangsha with their Doma.
Okay, so we're not staying on this island unless we have
No, they were basically like, hey, we're taking a pit stop. Let's go beat each other up before we continue.
Perfect. So just like
That's
a
all
road
good
trip.
pit shops.
Yeah,
That's all.
got to get out the stress and the cramps from the road.
That really long trip you just took.
Yeah, of 2 hours. Essentially, it's a glorified ferry service from here to Doma due to proximity.
Glorified, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, it is not like a full-blown ship, not a ferry ship.
Nobody talk shit about it. They're right here.
I mean, all ferries are ships, but not all ships are ferries.
Well, some ferries fly around in Feywild, so yeah, tough shit.
Well, if we're still waiting for the negotiations and stuff, Sherman's going to go along the shoreline and just start looking for some seashells.
Okay. The water is super clear, even on the shoreline, this close to the shoreline. You were able to see, pretty deep into the water while you're sailing on it, but even more so here. And you realize pretty quickly that if you were to go about 15 fulms out, the shoreline very quickly gives way to a cliff.
Fucking terrifying.
Yeah, got thalassophobia, stay away. But just like looking out, you can see Kojin swimming out there alongside schools of fish. There's some sharks, and
A little surprising, you also see, you think you spot an aura that is swimming out there, under the water, and you haven't seen them come up for air.
Do not approach the Kojin. They are a federally protected species. You are not allowed within 50 yards of the Kojin.
At that distance, would I recognize the aura?
No, you're not even certain that they are an aura. It just appeared that way.
Okay.
But I feel like they'd be definitively not a Kojin.
Yes, it's not a Kojin, that's for sure.
Cool.
What are you doing?
But you do find some really cool seashells.
Oh yes.
I'll get a couple of them. A couple of the really pretty rainbow iridescent ones I find.
Abalones?
Sure.
Yeah. I think that's what they're called.
Nautilus.
Yeah, the large oval ones that are super shiny.
Nautilus is way bigger. Yeah.
Everything's bigger for Sherbin.
That's fair.
I will go and try to corral Kevin.
You found a spelljammer, or a starjammer, or whatever it's called.
And then you step on a man of war and die.
No, Portuguese.
So, Harry, what are you doing?
There's nothing for Harry to do. Harry's just sitting on the ship. Like,
Drink it.
Yeah,
That's all Harry does.
But does Harry appear to have a previously unseen moment of sobriety compared to the past several weeks?
Oh, yes.
Also,
Tuesday.
are you changing to the new...
I am thinking about it, but I haven't had time to go through. I really liked what I read about it, and, you know, I like the Arcanist, but
I'll allow it if you want to do it.
That's
so.
what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, man.
Let's all do it. Let's all be Gridanian bards.
Okay. Wait. Gritty bard.
Gritty bard! God damn it.
Then, get out of there.
Bad boy. So, well, I guess we're still on deck. I have the still that has been made, so I'm good.
Kidnapped.
Wait,
Has anyone else interesting come on board in our travels that would not know to stand around Harry or sit around Harry long?
There's the crew of the ship. Most of the crew has actually gotten off, and they're socializing with the people around Onokoro, which is where you are. This is very clearly they have a relationship where they see each other often, going to and from this area. So, yeah. So you're pretty much alone on the ship.
Except maybe the Aura lady that stuck her head in the mech cannon. She's down for anything apparently, so she might talk to you.
There is an Aura lady that, and there were a couple other people. So an older higher man, and we'll say a middle-aged Elzen that are below deck.
Other passengers?
The other passengers, they were the ones that got on the boat before you guys did, and Deus decided to get on with his her Magitech armor, and the captain's like, alright, no one else. That's enough.
Oh. I'll just see what happens.
Okay.
Wait till the captain comes back. Maybe
So-
have a word.
Sure.
On the beach playing music. Just kind of
This
enjoying it. I'm singing the Brave Omega Ran Away.
Nice. I like it. From Monty Python.
Yeah.
So versatile.
Coke desk.
But yeah, just hanging out, taking in the fight,
Hello.
reveling in Millie's win. Because somebody was involved now.
Just add it to your sheet. Hello, buddy.
You're doing good.
Okay. Deus, you picked up Omega, well, helped up Omega, gave her weapon, and you guys went back to the ship?
Hmm?
Okay, so Harry would see them approaching. Millie, what are you doing?
Millie would be silently doing the archer mop after the flashbang that Omega hit her with.
Yeah. Mop.
Which is very ineffective when you
Tinnitus.
can't vocalize sound to see if you're even hearing things poorly.
Just know you don't have a headache.
Man, if you got tinnitus in addition to being mute.
That's a terrible combination.
Sounds awful.
Sid, what are you doing?
I went to go try to corral Kevin.
Oh yeah, because you ran away too, right?
He basically.
Did he even roll for that save?
I don't
I don't think
I don't
he
recall.
was on. I think he had to leave at that time.
Maybe.
But realistically, Kevin probably would have failed to save, given his stats.
So Sid, you find Kevin. Kevin was running into a wall. Like literally just running into the wall as if he went AFK while on auto run.
Unbelievable.
Bethesda Kevin?
Okay, and how about Tavi?
I'll just pay out my 30 gold or whatever to the people who won.
Didn't
And
you
then
bet
have
on
extra
Millie?
shit. I don't know if that really counts as a win, but, you know, I'll take my losses. Here you go. Kenji, why don't you distribute it?
Wait, I thought you bet on Millie, friend.
No, I bet on Omega, remember?
Oh, I got all mixed up. Feels like it's been so long since that 2-second conversation.
I'm pretty sure you bet on Millie, you know, the whole, oh yeah, Millie's gonna win because it's 3 people thing.
Yeah, stand by it. She made it closer than I thought she would at the end, though.
I mean, it wasn't really a solid win, but I'll still pay up. You know, like if Omega runs away and Millie doesn't actually get Omega, then Omega's eventually gonna, you know, the fear is gonna wear off. Omega's gonna come back all mad.
Yeah,
Could've
but in a
been
real
anybody.
fight, I'm pretty sure Millie would have chased her down and murdered her right in the back of the head.
Like murder her in the face.
It's not murder if it's...
That's an execution.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to be a government agent for it to be execution.
I mean, I think I'd consider it murder
Because
if someone had
Well, it depends
surrendered.
It depends on the laws of this island.
By the way, here's the 30 gil. If you want to just, you know, distribute it. I think a few people went for Millie.
Yeah, I can't remember who else, though.
It was me, Kenji. The other guy. You all think we were the
So bad. Ow.
Tall, thin, and eyebally, they're all the same.
But yes. Let us share that, Kenji.
Yeah, alright. I take half and I hand half to my boy.
So, y'all regularly just beat each other up?
Well, sometimes life does the beating. We sit here and we let the arrows and the stones of the world fall upon us, and that beats us up. Sometimes we take the power and we do the beating, but upon ourselves. For it is a show of power and agency to be able to do that.
Very interesting one,
Are you
aren't
saying
you?
that?
I was just looking up his name, actually.
Oh, the captain?
No, I had his name somewhere.
Oh, is it some guy?
No, it's not a guy.
Some random dude.
Well, tourists, what brings you to this island?
I'm not a tourist. He's the right-hand man to Brasho, the leader.
Is that some sort of tourist agency?
You mentioned him last time,
Yeah.
right?
Shiosai, I think his name is.
That's an expressing my
check.
shot. No. Who's this guy?
What I miss?
Just Will posting funny things in the
Not
chat.
Shiosai.
We're just on the beach talking, right?
Yeah.
Or on the deck.
We're on the boat.
I thought you were
We're
on the boat, right?
I was there,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah, so we're back on the boat. Me and Omega.
Yeah, because it wasn't a refueling stop, so it's not like we have a bunch of time to kill.
Tansui. Tansui.
Sorry, Finn.
That was his name. Yeah, so, a lot of beating each other up, huh?
Yeah. Somebody's just gotta beat them up.
How do you train?
Why are you licking my knee?
Usually with training dummies, but, or, on our victims. People that don't pay the ruby tithe.
Ah, so just victims and dummies. You ain't much of fighters, are you?
That's one way to take that.
what? The truth?
Sorry, could you spell his name one more time?
Rasho, do we have to give them safe passage? He just walks away.
Oh, he also had a bucket of fried shrimp in the previous session, like a
Popcorn
bucket
shrimp.
of popcorn shrimp.
T-A-N-S-U-I.
That's my notebook, bud. Don't mind it.
T-A-N.
Yeah, so he just walks away, like, rolling his eyes.
Goodbye,
Take
friend.
the shrimp with him.
Yes, he did.
Damn.
Friend, can I try one of them?
Just walked away from you. Yeah, being insulted, totally. Totally a reason to stay behind.
He just leaves like the shrimp tails. Here you go.
There you go. Just leaving litters on our boat.
So the captain's, you actually see the captain coming down the rigging. I guess you would call it rigging. It's like scaffolding built into the side of the mountain there, mesa there. But I don't know if you'd call it rigging.
Rigging's on the ship.
Scaffolding. Yeah, scaffolding. Go scaffolding. Except it's more permanent than
Permanent scaffolding.
There you go. Anyway, you see him coming down. He seems to be walking with the leader of the Confederacy, and they're acting kind of chummy. Yeah, Rasha is his name, but you haven't gotten that yet, apparently.
Yeah. But does he know his arm ran off?
What?
His arm ran off with shrimp.
His right arm?
Yeah, his right hand.
Keep up.
Well, obviously he does not know.
He doesn't know.
Continue.
He doesn't
I
metagame
should
like
have
we
picked
do.
up on that faster. I really should have.
God damn it.
Okay, so he's coming back down. He sees you guys milling about on the beach. As he's headed towards the ship, you see him bow to Rasha, and Rasha gives a slighter bow, not as far as he does.
Higher in Rogadan, right?
Rasha's a Rogadan, the captain's a higher.
Oh, the captain's high. Okay, so captain is higher, and so is Tansui.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And Rasha is a Rogadan. But you see the captain say goodbye, and starts headed towards the ship, and it's like, alright, we can go! He's just yelling to the beach where all of you are.
Observing that interaction, how much did it look like it was extortion, or like compared to a legitimate business exchange?
The captain didn't seem upset.
Okay.
So
like compared to like the mob shaking you down for protection money, this seems a little more
Unless
A friendly business
consensual?
relationship.
yeah,
Well, this sounds like it's exactly what it is, but everyone's just so used to it.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
you
it's
pay
not-
mob
maybe not
protection money
consensual,
every
but
year for
accepted.
40 years.
yeah. It's like
Right.
if you don't give them any trouble, they'll be chummy with you. That's the kind of thing it is.
Well, I didn't.
Well, I'm trying to gauge like does it look like these people, while they might not enjoy having to pay the tithe, feel like they get their money's worth out of the tithe?
You can't really tell that from the interaction. You could just tell that he doesn't seem to mind the interaction.
Yeah, no
It's
resentment
a
about it.
stable status quo.
Nothing that he shows outwardly.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
We should interrogate him. Yeah, Captain, are you mad?
How badly do you feel now?
No.
Boy, that's right. You're sure.
I will just shoot Kevin along. Listen, I appreciate the determination, Kevin, but you literally cannot run through a wall. It's an expression. You cannot run through every wall.
I gotta disagree with you there, Professor. I think with enough determination, enough force behind me, maybe pick up some speed, I could go right through that mountain.
It's literally a mountain. It's not just a wall, it's a mountain.
So are you telling me that you lied to me because you told me I could do anything I want?
Within reason, Kevin.
And I have a reason for wanting to run through the mountain. And that's to prove to myself that I can.
See, the one time that Sid's gonna like really put his foot down and tell him to stop, it'll be that one freak, like 1 in 80 trillion chance that the atoms align
Yeah,
where you
like
can
a
actually
quantum.
phase through something.
He's gonna roll a 20 on his run to
It's gonna be like 5 successive 20s and then just phase through a wall, and then Sid retires.
And then he faces through it itself.
Yeah.
He goes one with the fabric of the universe.
It's how John decides he wants to roll a new character, is that just Kevin just physics.
Kevin, I think you'd end up around like what that chocobo did when you ran it into the other wall.
No, that was a mega.
All right, that was a mega.
Anyway.
Carry on then.
Now you're
Omega
thinking
is proficient in
chocobos.
alternative lockpicking.
Is that like alternative facts?
Yes. Kevin specializes
Yeah,
in one,
alternative
Omega specializes in the
Together
other.
we have an
Bye.
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 Sleep well. Kevin, sometimes real strength is knowing when to walk away from a fight, or a challenge, or a bout of running into a mountain.
Are you trying to tell me, Harry, that if I walked through the mountain, I'd have a better chance of going through it?
Harry, I'm Harry. Kevin, I'm trying to say perhaps you should use that mind of yours and know to walk around the mountain.
It looked pretty big. I think it'd be faster to go through it, but I see what you're saying. I'll try it when we come back.
Yes, Kevin. Gather your strength before you try again.
What's that nursery, like, children's songs? Like, can't go through it, can't go around it, gotta go over it.
Yeah. It's a bridge, I think, or something like that.
Well, Sherbin's wandered off a bit, so she's going to come running back slowly along the beach. Not quite like Baywatch slow, but carefully.
Like Cherry Fire.
She
Like
doesn't
Baywatch slow, but on 125% speed.
pretty carefully. She doesn't want to sprain her ankle on that loose sand.
Oh, that's right.
I'm just thinking, do you remember that movie, Mr. Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that music was in it, and the slow-mo running too. It wasn't
Japanese in that.
Is
oh shit, really?
But Mr. Mom, wasn't that what's his face?
Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton.
That's what I was thinking.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Was the mom Diane Keaton?
No, the mom was Terry Garr?
Wow.
I was just thinking about her the other day.
I just thought about it right now.
I think it's Terry. It's a good movie. I watched it when I was a kid. I haven't seen it since then. I probably appreciate it.
I saw it on Amazon Prime like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, but slow motion running on the beach.
Yes. Sherbin, you're running in slow motion.
Mm-hmm. She's just catching up to the group.
Okay. So everybody seems to be filing back onto the boat.
I would say so.
Yep. Am I correct in that assumption?
Yeah, I'm already on the boat. So I'm no longer filing.
Yes. It's been a minute. How is the machine business?
Well, I mean, business is good. Thank you for asking. No one really asked me that, so I do appreciate the.
I understand you were a business owner before you started this grand adventure.
Oh yeah. Me and Millie. Millie was our intern, and there was this little short fellow named Inti, which you haven't met, but he's a great guy. He gave Kevin the business cards. He's really good at marketing, and also
and flips.
Yeah, and flips and defying gravity and things of that nature. Yes.
Punch real hard for a little guy.
Yes.
Harry, I know you've been a little drunk, but you didn't notice the giant Magitech armor that we have now.
No.
It's the thing next to the brandy still.
Oh, yes. I noticed that. I had to move it aside. I needed more room for the bottles.
Do you know what Magitech armor is?
Forgets I was
Hooper
promoted.
Hooper
You raised it.
Oh, really? Because like last newsletter, you were just the intern of the month.
No, he was
No,
the
Davis
intern.
promoted me to a full-time hire, and Inti kept calling me an intern.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that was like 6 months old from when we left Cliffside.
Right.
That's the Magitech armor.
Okay, so
Oh, wait, it's not.
Not a suit of armor. It's like a mech.
Oh, it's a mech.
so Harry, I need to lay off the brandy. Apparently, I can't keep my business matters in order.
I just called Kevin my own name, so perhaps it's time for a good
Kevin's been called worse.
a good hour and a half of sobriety.
Kevin, Harry's had too much to drink. I am Harry, and I have had too much to drink.
I'm just narrating my own intervention.
Seventh person or something?
Yeah, Kevin. Yes, that is what it
I
is.
would like to hear Kevin's explanation of what the seventh person
I would not.
perspective is.
Like happy, sneezy, Doc, right?
Seven,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, I'm the seventh person, so every time I talk, I am speaking in the seventh person. Kevin, you are a great grammarian and as well as a fearless leader.
Well, you're right. Thank you. That's why Bob trusts me to be his warrior.
Yes. His right hand, as you could say.
What?
His right hand. Like
I don't follow.
When picking potatoes, you use your right hand to pull them out.
Well, yeah.
Yes, your right hand is doing the work that your
So are you saying that I should go around pulling people's heads off like potatoes out of the ground in the name of Bob?
You don't really pull. You are the farmer. Okay, but you don't really pull the Popoto's head off. You merely extract it from the ground. Never mind. It is a metaphor.
Are you trying to tell me, a Popoto farmer, how to farm Popotos?
I'm just trying to clarify that Popotos don't have bodies and heads. They're just Popotos.
They have eyes, though.
Are you sure about that, Harry? Kevin, I think that Harry needs an in-depth description of the actual parts of a Popoto, like you've given me on many occasions.
Oh, okay. Well, Harry, first of all, you got that fade to black.
Before we go, have you ever heard of Popoto vodka?
You mean the kind that I offered you?
Oh, you did?
Kevin would absolutely be a moonshiner.
Yes. This was one of the first times when he met you, because
Oh.
he saw you drinking brandy. He's like, have you tried this alcohol and made from Popotos?
Oh, Kevin, maybe I'm warming up to. Let's sit down and talk about this fine,
Would a
perhaps
brandy
fine
still
drink.
work as a vodka still?
They can't. It's a wine.
Yeah. I don't know much about making alcohol, so sorry. Okay, everybody's back on the ship, and the captain seems to be signaling to the crew to make way.
What is a fae? Oh, jeez. Yes.
Millie calls him Mr. Harry.
I know, that's weird.
I don't know his last name.
Delombrine.
I don't know how to spell his last name.
I don't.
The last name has too many syllables for Millie to care, so it's Mr. Harry. Or I'll just call you Mr.
Sure.
Dotrieve, and you can be Bill from King of the Hill.
Oh, it's better.
Somebody needs to have a character that talks like Boomhauer.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually thinking about it.
What?
I was actually thinking about that a while back for a backup character to have her talk like Boomhauer.
Oh, that would be
like Boomhauer's mom or grandma?
No, just
I have a character.
Talks exactly the same.
A character in my roster that talks like Wayne from Letterkenny. It's a monk that it's the I can't remember. It's the monk that basically has a stand, like a JoJo style stand.
Oh, the astral projection
Yeah,
monk.
and then the stand is Squirrely Dan.
I was gonna say, somebody needs to make a ranger based on Squirrely Dan, and it's familiar as a squirrel.
Yes, yes. It's like a Magic the Gathering commander in D&D. I'm sad
Sure,
that
this
cost
would be a
got
scan.
completed.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen the card yet though.
We've seen the art though. I've seen the art.
The art's there, but we haven't seen the card.
Okay.
What were you saying?
I want Shorzy as a stand.
Shorzy is a
I know
bard who just
JoJo,
specializes in vicious mockery and nothing
JoJo's Grand
else.
Adventure. It's an anime that's
Could
ridiculously
be.
weird.
I think it'd be a great stand.
It's pretty bizarre.
Did you really fucking?
Oh, Ben Man. Boy.
It's in proximity.
He was sniffing on the pad for a while, so I was like, oh, hopefully he does that.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that happen before with male dogs. So like, they'll stand on the pad and then lift their leg and pee off the pad. I'm like, I can't get mad at you. Your heart was in the right place.
We're trying.
He wasn't though.
The pee wasn't. Okay, but what about Shorzy as a warlock patron? To gain the benefits of the patron, you just have to shit talk every person you meet that is against you.
I love it.
Or with you.
Could be
Yeah,
a
but isn't he
paladin.
also a goon?
Yes.
Yeah.
So wait. So you got a male character that dresses like a woman, but plays a dragoon. A dragoon.
Okay,
That's pretty good.
Drag Queen Dragoon has got to be the greatest thing I've heard all day.
You know
We get
you
5
are.
seconds of FaceTime just for Will to look disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
A jumping spear wielder that plays hockey as an enforcer. A dragoon. Oh, I missed the part where they dress like a woman.
I'm not sure Shorzy is actually an enforcer, though, because he plays more of a team captain role.
Goons are enforcers, right?
I
Yes.
don't think so. He just, to
I
me, it
don't know
doesn't
enough
seem like
about
he wants to. He seems more like a goon.
Before his own spin-off, he was definitely more of
Yeah.
a goon.
Absolutely, but in the spin-off, he's forced to be less goony because he has to be
Yeah.
team captain.
Yeah, but Andy was a goonie.
So
The Goonies never say die.
That's right.
What was it, calculator, whatever?
Chunk.
The Asian kids. name?
Chunk.
Data.
Data.
What about Chunk?
Calculator.
No, having a Chunk.
Okay. So what happened?
Yeah, so I asked Harry
Oh,
what a fairy
yes,
is.
yes.
That's Harry Fairy.
Hey,
I asked Harry what a Harry is.
Yes.
Just points at Kevin.
They are creatures from beyond the veil of reality. They exist in a different world of Fae. Well, the sense of our world doesn't apply. They are fickle creatures that do what they will on a whim. But they have power. Why do you ask, young Billy? Don't make a deal with them. Oh man, I'm sorry. I've been gone for like a month to resolve this plot.
The
It's okay.
retroactive story that Harry would have been informed of is basically that Sid and Sherman took Millie to the doctor.
I was there for that session, and then I think that was the last.
Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, then
A fake
Sid and
story
Sherman
was-
went to get some books about the matter, and we've been wanting to talk to Harry about it, but haven't. But yeah, so then this would be
Yes.
what Millie
Yes,
says.
yeah, I believe my memory isn't what it was.
Eloquently put, Billy.
But yes, I believe I have heard you tell me of this. And I believe
That they jumped me and took my lunch money.
as I recall your
Oh my God,
your
David, why?
voice was- I'll move the meme later. Your voice was taken by a creature of the Fae. A Fae fatale. I think I made that pun.
You did.
That's
Millie's gonna jump off the ship, drown herself in the ocean.
Yeah, no, come back. Come on, go fetch the cat.
Look what the owl dragged.
What does Harry know about this? Right? Do if
So,
a
you told us about the sylphs.
Right, because those are a Fey or Fey adjacent Beastmen tribe in Gridania's general bubble.
and they have loose ties
Loose
to
ties
the
to
Fae.
the Fae.
You know that they refer to the Feywild not as the Feywild, but as Ilmeg. ILMH.
I'm gonna go back and forth because it sounds cool, but Ilmeg, yes. Oh, did I tell them this?
Up to you.
Oh yeah, yes. You know, if you're looking for these Fae, perhaps we should seek out a tribe of beastmen known as the Sylph. They live close to Gridania and their general geopolitical influence. Yeah, I don't know. They would know more. They are servants, actors, right hands. Is Kevin here? Perhaps this would have been a teaching moment, but he's gone. Right hands of the Fae. Oh, the Fae is an archaic term that's some archaic speaker such as I use. Now most people call them Ilmeg, or that is their dimension, their home, their place, their part of the deck of the ship where they sit and drink brandy and ponder life, ponder the stones and arrows that fall on us and put us through tribulation. Have us wonder why we could sit here and there would be little shrimp tails everywhere, thrown about by a very rude goon.
There is a crowd of people on the ship, but the three passengers and a crew that are just kind of listening to you talk.
Our alcoholics. No, you see, alcoholism is a minor triviality to them. For these Fae are hedonists and creatures of whim. They have far more powerful and potent inebriating drugs. No, they're not all alcoholics. I'm not an alcoholic. I have no problem.
I can stop whenever I want.
I've quit alcohol several times. I don't have a problem. I don't have a glass. Look, my glass is empty now. Not anymore. Yes, but is it your intention to seek out some creature of the Fae of the Ilmeg to recover what was taken from you?
Why are you doing an exorcist right now?
Oops.
Now I can.
What did I miss?
G. There we go. Yes. Nelly, once again, you have impressed me. I respect you more. Not that I didn't respect you to begin with, but you are a cat of principle. If this is your principle and this is how you choose to live, then I shall assist you. We will find out these who stole from you, and we shall enact justice upon them. But first we must find them, and first we must know it is them who took it from you.
As you're having this conversation, the ship begins to pull away from the dock.
You know my fee, 500 get.
Well, Millie's currently got more money than she knows what to do with, so...
It's on the house. We are adventurers, we are compatriots, we have probably saved each other's lives more than once in our adventures. It would be my pleasure to assist you in this. It's been a long time since I have returned to Ilmeg. In fact, I wonder what it looks like now.
Oh, Harry, is that where that lady was that you were servicing?
Yes, the Lady of Godania. A fickle queen and master.
Every time Harry talks, Millie's ears fall off.
I haven't returned to her. I haven't seen her or heard from her since I left her service to travel the world and search for the truth as a privateer.
Yeah, that's what you told us, and that's why I was wondering.
Yes. It would be a strange homecoming to come back to there, but I think we have a noble cause to do so. Return back from whence I came to get what was taken from something that rhymes with came.
This dame.
This dame. That was taken from this dame. Thank you.
You gonna get some flowers?
No.
Candy?
No.
Knick-knack or trinket?
Knick-knack or trinket. What does the lady like? I haven't thought about that
I
for a
haven't
long
met her
time.
before, but you should think of these things.
I should. What does an ageless creature of the outer dimensions desire?
Skin cream. Yeah. She's that old.
Is this place called Ruby Sea because there are rubies?
It's called the Ruby Sea because the ever-flowing volcano gives off a ruby glow.
The seaweed was red.
Yeah.
From the lava.
There's no souvenir shop on.
No.
Well, I did my best.
Well, maybe we'll run into a dango stand somewhere like the professor did.
Yeah.
That was in Kukane.
So they got dango stands elsewhere.
Dangos get around.
Yeah.
A dango ate my baby.
What's a dango?
Dango's like a
Dango Unchained, but okay.
Dango's like a sweet treat that's on a stick.
There won't be any more dango shops if it's unchained.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No chains.
Dango Unchained.
Well, I thought it came on a stick, not a chain.
It does.
Yeah, it's more like the franchise. Yeah, and it's like well, looks like we'll see it later once Inti comes back.
Yeah.
Just wait until you get to Yancha. There's a place in Yancha called the Gensui chain. So what are you gonna do there?
Unchain it?
Cut things with it. If it's a Gensu, you can cut through metal, right?
You're thinking of the Gensu Force.
Oh, that's right.
At Eric Saavedra's wedding, we did the Ginyu Force pose.
Yeah.
It was him as Captain Ginyu, and we were the
Amazing.
Yeah, we were the Ginyu Force. It was great.
Yes. Last fun day of his life.
Jesus.
So, you're on the ship.
On the ship, we're going somewhere.
It's now moving in the direction of the East Othard coastline, which is where Yansha would be.
Oh,
Okay, good.
What's in yard?
King Heian of Doma, who, when we returned the sword, that was one of the reward agreements, was that we would get an audience with the king.
Sure.
Just an ally in our back pocket, no particular voiced agenda.
Millie's talking about voiced agenda.
Yes, guy.
The irony makes
Ship
it
is moving
poignant.
along.
Oh yeah. The whole time through the little journey here, I'm just like talking to Omega, and we're like sitting and we're like quiet, and we're like talking about things.
And Millie keeps tripping on shit because her equilibrium's fucked up from that flashbang.
Crewman, move those things. Our cat keeps falling.
It's attached to the ship.
It was like the staircase just...
Put some guardrails on it. Don't you know people on ships stumble a lot? Look at me.
As you say that, you see somewhere in the middle of the ruby, you see a flash of lightning striking an island right in the middle.
Well,
Just Harry, or is that visible to everybody?
It's visible to everybody, and then you hear the thunder, which is very loud, telling you that it's closer than it probably thought it was.
Well, I've been adventuring and traveling this world for a while, and anything looks like a clue for adventure, that's it. Captain, set sail for that island.
Wait.
What?
He's like, I forgot how to sit for a second.
What? Harry, I don't think we're taking detours to ominous islands.
As our very world-wise cat has explained, there is no purpose to going to see this king. It's just insurance for later.
But there is a purpose to getting to the mainland.
What is that? I know what the main purpose.
Continuing the actual plan to go and retrieve these eggs that we had been on from the start.
You still haven't gotten the eggs? I've been sitting on this deck drinking for 3 months and you haven't gotten any eggs?
You have a very loose sense of time.
I come from the Feywild. I'll take that as an offense. We don't have time. What are you talking about, my cat eyes?
She misheard world-wise.
Oh.
Because flashbang damage.
There you go.
I don't understand, but I believe you might have misheard me, man. Really. Alright, Captain. Belay that order. Carry on as planned.
That's good, because I do not want to go to the site of the Kojin treasure vault, especially after the lightning hits it.
Professor, did you hear that?
I would like to be breaking the Kojin treasure vault.
Probably because there's so much treasure, it's attracting the lightning.
That's not how lightning works, Harry.
I know you're a man of letters, but are you a man of lightning? Kevin, what did he teach you about lightning and the weather?
Nothing?
Hey.
Yeah, but that's true of any teacher, Professor. Don't take that personally.
Dave just shits on education as a
No
whole.
one's taught him anything. That's not because they can't teach.
So, Are you going to convince the captain to make a detour, or are you going to continue on your way?
Well,
you also begin to hear music coming over the ocean, and
so I'll keep that down.
Since it's over water, it actually travels pretty far.
Oh, yeah, didn't they say we had to listen to the music when it happens? Those sailors at the docks?
There's sirens.
No, it's music.
This is what you hear.
This is not Kevin's harmonica.
Yeah. So are you familiar with this?
What? I can play the
Just twinkle, twinkle, little star.
I cast Sphere of Silence.
I have more chips if you want them.
So this is coming from the island?
Got a lot.
Sorry.
This is, you hear it traveling over the water. It appears to be coming from that direction. Sounds like it is.
Well, Captain, I guess we will not be searching for the Kojin treasure vault that plays ominous music and is struck by lightning, indicating that there's something interesting there. Because we need to go pick up some eggs.
That was a good summation.
Well, it's a good idea. I think we should continue sailing away from there. I sense nothing but danger coming from that island, despite the fact that there might be a lot of treasure.
Sorry, was the music flute plus drums equals party?
Yes.
I thought it said pack.
I read it as Pacty too. I was like, what is party? Yes.
I have terrible handwriting. Millie doesn't. Leave me alone.
Your writing's still better than mine.
You're metagaming.
The same.
And was the music from that treasure island?
Out.
The lightning did it.
But our track record with travel is not the greatest.
Probably because we avoid the signs of adventure and treasure, and we go searching for eggs.
See, we just focus on the main
Standing
quest
near
too
the
much.
edges of the ship.
Oh, not me.
I feel like Millie would be stumbling around, so she'd inevitably end up at the edges.
Roll a perception.
Millie is our scout.
I would also probably be at the edges.
You too. Roll a perception check.
Okay.
24.
Yeah, right there.
Yes.
And it came out. Yeah.
26.
Oh, is it one of those
There. So yeah, it's worth. Or it's strict, one of the two.
Where did the extra chips live?
That. What'd you get, Genji?
26.
24, 26.
11.
Okay. Everyone except for Soul. Soul still does not like being on the ocean after the Leviathan incident, so he's not really liking the water. But we'll have Soul and Millie. You notice several shapes swimming through the water underneath your boat in the direction of the island, and they appear to be very similar to Soraban, the Kojin that you met, except while Soraban was adorned with blue shell paint and blue armor, these are all wearing red.
And these are more warlike compared to the blue ones.
UCLA.
We learned that
USC game.
So that was just Kenji and Millie that noticed.
Yeah. They're not stopping to hit the ship or anything like that. They're swimming towards the
Are
island.
they aquatic creatures?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so
Basically like
they're
turtle
used-
humanoids.
Okay, they're used to swimming.
Here, I'll find a picture for you.
Stinky red turns.
Well, I think we've taken enough detours already. We should have been finished with this egg adventure weeks ago.
Oh, I guess I should also mention, I don't know if Harry'd be interested in this or not, but there, on Onokora, where you just were, there was literally a tower that went so high you couldn't see the top.
People climbing it because they were bored and falling off. Sherman, have I ever told you the anecdote
Red
of the Popoto farmer in the mountain? Once there was a Popoto farmer running into a mountain. He couldn't pass. Oh wow, that was cool. It's a Krogan. He kept running and running, trying to pass through the mountain, determined that he would make it through. After a day of doing this, he finally decided, perhaps not being able to go through the mountain in one day means I shouldn't have even tried. Perhaps we are Popoto farmers and these eggs are our mountain. And the fact that it is taken us a year to find them means we should do something else.
Don't you dare compare me to Kevin, alright?
Yeah,
That's Sherpin's only takeaway from that
it was
sentence.
an addict. Complete hypothetical.
Out of character, does the island have a volcano?
Not that you can tell.
Lightning volcano.
Okay, so it's not the island I'm thinking of. Okay.
The only volcano that I can think of in the Ruby Sea is Hell's Lid.
Which is the
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Saw last time.
Yes, on the way in. So Hell's Lid is all the way near the south of the Ruby Sea. This is somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Well, I still don't think we should go. We still have, what, 3-4 other stops before we get to the step? We still have to talk to Ian. We still have to get to Ian. And who knows what sort of crazy what Ian has for us.
Oh, you cut out. You just entirely cut out, Jess.
Damn it. Can you hear me now?
Hi.
Like you were talking for 5 seconds and nothing came out.
Hey, Captain.
It sounds like her connection's bad.
I don't know. It sounds more like oh, rip.
Well, I don't want to talk to you guys anymore.
Yes?
I know we're pretty far from Vesper Bay, but have you heard anything, any news about what happened to that city?
No? Apologies, I really don't go much further than Kugane and Yancha. Those are pretty much known areas. Yeah.
Last I heard, it was attacked by the Garleans, but I haven't heard anything.
That seems very unlikely, and I'm not sure who told you that rumor, but the Garleans are our friends.
See, Millie, I knew it.
If only Tavi knew the Garleans.
What was that?
If only Tavi knew the
Tavi
Garleans.
knew.
Only. I mean, you guys are still wearing gear to hide your third eye, aren't you?
Yeah.
So he wouldn't know that you're Garleans necessarily. You would appear to be tall and muscular, higher.
Y'all are freakishly tall, but surely you know nothing about this.
He doesn't see.
Why do you ask, young man?
I just have an interest in finding out what happened there.
Well, perhaps you should go check it out. I hear Eorzea is a nice place.
Like you just noted, it's quite far away, but eventually.
Yes, well. Back to the business of being captain, and he just nods to you and walks away. So you are sailing away from this island, and after a very short while, the music that you hear fades out, and it becomes kind of peaceful once again.
It like abruptly cut out, or was it like a fade out of a song and then stopped?
It fades out because you're getting far enough away that you don't hear it.
Got it. Hey, all got
We're
murdered.
in a deep dungeon.
What was that?
Now we're in a deep dungeon.
Oh yeah, when the music changes suddenly. So you're on the boat. According to the crew, you seem to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours away from making land on the East Othard coastline, which is where Yancha is. Some of the crew are kind of talking about. You hear a couple of the crew. They're kind of trying to be quiet, but not really lowering their voice that much. And they go, "Yeah, not going ashore this time. That's for sure. Not after what happened the last one." Oh yeah, she's beautiful, but don't tell her that.
All these hooks.
And this is something like Soul could hear.
Yeah, anybody who wants to could overhear them. They're not intending to be loud, but they're not being quiet.
Melly, I think they're talking about you.
Maybe if you try offering her some tobacco this time, I hear she'll like that.
Yeah, they're really talking about you now.
That moment of realization.
All right. Vaguely legible for offhand writing.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Well, she's stumbling on the ship. It makes sense that she can't write very well.
She suddenly accrued salt and vinegar residue on her fingers and can't write
Salt
silly.
from the sea, vinegar from...
Maybe they were really impressed with the way you cut Omega's jib.
Sorry, I couldn't help but over here. Why do you guys not want to head to shore?
Oh, nothing you need to worry about. Sorry, we're being too loud.
What happened last time you went on shore?
I'm pretty sure I just said nothing you need to worry about, right?
It seems like you're worrying about it.
Only because I don't like being dead.
So what?
Neither do we, so that seems like something we are going to know about.
Fun fact, most people don't.
Oddly enough, we feel the same way.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that because I did just watch y'all beat the shit out of each other on the beach in Okoro.
It's only 3 of us.
That was moderately controlled.
I mean, the way you said it kind of implies that you've been dead before. Is there something you're not telling us?
Well, I have.
Call
Yeah,
that
but
a-
because it's not really a business.
It kind of just stabs them.
I was
Right. You've been dead.
medical definitions, but I was revived.
Ah, well, I've got this friend here. His name's Kevin, and he wants to talk to you about the afterlife.
Oh, I don't. I was only out for like 10 seconds or so. It's.
I got that.
Yeah.
First, I'd much appreciate it if you'd tell us how we could possibly avoid potentially being dead.
Roll a persuasion check.
Is Kevin talking to him about Bobism and the afterlife?
No, I mean, he kind of just waved it off and said, I don't know anything about it. It was only 10
We're
seconds.
still talking about Popoto, Bob.
23.
23. All right. But look, you didn't hear this from us, all right?
Obviously.
All right. So King Heian can't really police all the lands on his own, so he's got some viceroys and to have to, run things for him. And one particularly nasty bitch is the one that's kind of running things over there.
There's a nasty viceroy.
Please go on.
What was the name? I think it's Onsen. I'm trying to remember the name of that small city, and I can't find it. Hold on one second.
Have a Coke, David?
Yeah. You don't have to ask Jimmy, just take it.
Take it. It's collect. Anybody else want a non-alcoholic beverage or alcoholic refill while I'm up?
Why? I can't believe
Or alcoholic refill.
Yeah, can you grab one for me? Just drop it off.
Sorry.
Yeah, he never got his double.
Yeah,
Give him his
Throw
double.
it through the
Or in the
window
mic.
real hard.
Okay, so she's the viceroy. What just
Did we
happened?
lose someone? Oh,
Oh,
Did somebody say a pun?
No, my mic cut out, so I had to log back.
Right, so Isari, the town that you see over there, little fishing village, the viceroy is stationed there. Her name's Yotsuyu. She's a real piece of work.
Hey.
is that what was? Oh, I'm not there.
I mean, would we have any really reason to deal with her just passing through?
She's really pretty, so some people might be a little bit attracted to that, like this fool over here. I learned my lesson. That's all I'll say. I was gonna offer her some tobacco. She's really fond of that pipe of hers. But
So, as long as we don't engage, we shouldn't have an issue?
I'd steer completely clear of her if I could. Or if I were you, I probably wouldn't. Might be worth dying again. Alright, I'll just tell you. It was kind of hot, alright? So I approached her, she punched me in the face, I fell to the ground, and then, with her long stilettos, she stood on my neck until I was choked out and technically dead. Until somebody gave me a healing potion, I think. I don't really remember a
She
lot.
sounds lovely.
Yeah, I gotta I got to be totally honest with you. That doesn't sound very pleasant. I don't know why I would want to deal with that.
Right.
Yeah, no kink shaming, Professor.
No. Hey.
That's exactly right. No kink shaming.
Hey, listen. Whatever you enjoy is fine, but I think it's safe to say, like I said, if we don't engage, we should be okay.
Yeah, I would, probably best not to spend too much time in Asari if I were you. Just pass right on through to Yamcha.
At least they were stiletto, heels and not stiletto knives.
What's a stiletto knife?
I think Millie has some stiletto knives.
Yeah.
Oh. Sounds like a role model. I just posted in the chat what she looks like. You're wondering.
They're very descriptive with their language.
Turn myself on a little bit. I mean, what?
Those look like normal sandals.
Yeah, but my version, she has to
yeah.
Fantasy game.
Jail.
What's that?
Putting the fantasy in fantasy game, I see.
Bum. Why are you upset?
Oh, you know exactly.
Right, so gonna go get back to work because the captain's staring daggers at me, or staring stilettos at me. Is that what? Right.
Well done. Excellent use of new diction.
Don't say that so loud. Anyway, you never heard of us,
Yeah, we didn't.
right? Don't worry, Captain. Break's over. Man, plot hooks everywhere, and you're just avoiding them all.
Gotta get those eggs.
Is Kenji with us?
You should be.
Yeah, I'm just on the side of the boat smoking.
Kenji, you familiar with any of that information?
Hey, Daz, am I familiar with any of that information?
Roll a history check. Where'd Dylan go? He was just here. Anyway, roll with advantage. Roll a history check. We'll just call that a local.
So after that whole
9.
conversation, does anyone else picture the captain in stilettos now?
That wasn't the captain who said that, but okay. You got a 9.
Yeah, but he said the captain was staring stilettos at him.
Oh my god. With advantage, you got a 9, Will?
Yeah, I rolled a 6 and a 7, baby. Oh, I'm
Name
sorry, it's a
sounds
10.
familiar.
I'm only a minus 1, not. I do actually
The
have
name
that stat.
sounds familiar to you, but you don't really know much about her, and she was probably installed as Viceroy after you had left this area.
Yeah, no real knowledge of her, to be honest with you.
Alright. Sherbin, anything from you? You come from around here also.
Oh, Daz, do I know anything about this Viceroy?
Given your previous comments about knowledge or lack thereof of Heian and the geopolitical structure of Yansha, no, you have no idea.
No, can't say I've really heard much of her, even in my travels, but she sounds like she sounds very strong. In more
Kevin
ways
just-
than one.
Kevin turns to Sid, you dog.
This sounds awesome.
I guess we don't have to stay very long. It's not a very long trip from where we're landing to Doma, I believe, right?
Who are you asking?
In general, from what we've been talking about.
Well, what they just said is you could pass right through to Yansha from the dock in like almost no time. So it's not a huge village. It's a small fishing village.
As long as we keep our heads down, we should be okay.
Oh, we can do that easily. It's okay, Professor. We're good at that.
Dana says that as she powers up the mech.
Going through this this village where the lady is the viceroy?
That's where the dock is, so yes.
The village hidden in the stilettos.
Yeah. But she sounds nice. She sounds like she has good fashion sense. And like Sherman says, she sounds like a very strong person. And if her vice is smoking, then that means out there's a drinking viceroy. We can find him here.
Yes. Perhaps there is a viceroy for each vice.
That's what it said, yes.
That's,
Yeah.
I immediately repeat what you said.
Oh, I see. Get along.
Well said, Harry. I wish somebody had said that before.
We must repeat what Deus says more often. So that
Wait a minute. He's a man and said it louder. That's hilarious.
Yes, and people clapped afterwards. Captain, where are you? Captain.
Right here.
Oh, good. Do we need to pay any toll when we land, or any sort of fee, or can we just pass through and
Well, you
disembark?
already paid us, so we'll
I
find
hope
there, and I paid the ruby tithe,
Yes.
so we'll find there.
Okay.
Now, when you come back, you'll probably have to pay again, especially if it's me.
Does the Confederacy have a park hopper pass?
Well, so then I think our plan is settled. We make landfall, we disembark, we head to the Egg King and carry on.
Egg King.
I mean, at the very least, if we get to the castle, it might be another chance for us to actually stay in a actual shelter before we have to stay out on the road again.
Well, that's a very good point.
It does sound nice, Professor.
They'll probably have baths.
Sorry?
Baths
Any sorry?
at the castle.
Oh, the castle. Gotcha. I was like, so you're actually going to stay in the city that I just warned you about? Okay. Or the village next
No,
door?
the professor said
Some
we got the
random
shelter.
NPC.
You're right. He could be an unreliable narrator, that's for sure.
Just a spurned lover talking shit.
I mean, Kenji has some tobacco, so I think I'm pretty good.
Kenji's gonna get starting hitting on her. Okay, so you've got about another 30 minutes or so until your trip concludes and you hit the docks in Isari.
And that was the
You have to
captain.
keep
who was-
apologizing.
Or no, it was random crew who was warning
Random
us about
crew.
Yatsuyu, not the captain.
Captain is just like, we're good. All debts are paid.
Suddenly Poe's like, I gotta go New Game plus Stormblood.
Yes, you do.
Oh my god, yes.
Doesn't make any sense to anyone else.
I'll have to decide what class to go through it as.
Samurai.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Samurai or Monk. Those are the signature classes.
Viceroy.
Spice Ray.
Stiletto Viceroy.
It's kind of like the Spice Girls, except it's a guy.
It's a guy named Roy.
Okay, it's for note. So Yatsuyu was the viceroy in charge of just this town.
She's in charge of a section of Yanxia. This is just happens to be where she's staying, where she's made her
Gotcha,
post.
gotcha,
And
okay.
it's also to keep an eye on the Ruby Sea. So,
And that's Yanxia.
Oh, young shit.
Yanxia. Yes,
Young shit.
And what was the name of the town again?
the one that you're headed to right now is Isari. Isari. I sorry about this.
Huh.
Sorry, didn't help it.
Pun waiting to happen.
Yeah. I don't think he really tried.
Deus, this metal creature of yours, it's quiet?
Oh, very quiet.
Oh, good.
You won't even hear it coming.
Oh, hey, I can get behind that. Or maybe I can't, because I won't hear it.
Well, you could ride up there with me and just hang off the side or something if you want.
big.
Huh?
How big is our AT-AT?
It's like 10 to 12 feet tall, I think, something around that.
I can sit on top and shoot arrows from.
Yeah.
Mobile artillery now.
I
Yeah.
have a climb speed too, so I can get up there real quick.
All right, good.
Oh yeah, ranger.
For now.
Well, that part wasn't changed.
Yeah,
Until you turn into a bard.
Ranger's gonna stay. Bard's gonna replace Arcanist.
Yeah.
Rangers. I like this Ranger build. The Fey Ranger from Tasha's.
Well, the Ranger in the new since Tasha's is so much better.
Oh yeah, the base 5e Ranger was so bad.
Especially the Beast Master.
Yeah. It was cool, but it didn't do anything.
Oh. Cool.
You just had an animal.
Well, basically, in order to have your animal do anything, you had to sacrifice all of your own actions to do it, whereas Tasha's allowed it to be bonus actions to let your beast do stuff.
Well, we can just wait for half an hour, I guess.
Okay. So then nobody wants to do anything in that half an hour?
I'm just talking to Omega, consoling her, and just make sure. Yeah, you did good.
Your spear is still sharp.
You suddenly hear a sound.
Captain?
The ship shakes violently.
Should have got into that haunted treasure island. Captain?
Oh God! He runs up and he gets to the wheel. He's like, oh fucking hell! You just see him like correcting the course of the ship. Moving forward. Come on, let's go.
What was that? I'll look over the side.
You see a reef.
Has this always been here?
Yes. This is what happens when I'm distracted by questions.
I feel like it's still your responsibility to be batting the helm.
No more talking to me while we're on this trip. Gotta make sure we get there in one piece.
Man, you all have about as bad a luck on vehicles as these kids from these plays back home called Final Destination.
I heard they made several of those.
I love those plays. Those are great.
Captain, get back to the helm.
Yeah, because of those plays, I can never follow behind a log cart again.
So yeah, that was a really loud scraping sound, and the ship kind of shook violently. But you're still moving towards the village at the moment.
No apparent leaks on the boat.
I don't know. You could go look.
I was gonna go look.
Are you going on decks?
I just think that's
Yeah, so we're gonna go
behavior
on decks to see
Sure.
if there's.
When you get down there, you see a whole bunch of crew that are just really freaked out at the moment, and you see some of the hull appears to be distended, and there's definitely water coming in. Not super fast, but there's they appear to be trying to patch a leak on the fly.
Nothing to see here. How far are we from shore?
I'll glance over at Soul. You do this as well, and I start casting Mending.
So mending doesn't really work that way, as we learned. It's like 1 square foot at a time, or something like that.
Yeah, so like a puncture
Yeah.
would work, but like a giant tear would not.
Is this a giant tear or is it a little...
It's it's all along the side. It's completely distended, but it's there's only parts of it where the water's coming through, but the entire thing is definitely damaged.
No.
How did he scrape that reef?
What was that?
How hard did he scrape that reef?
At full speed, we crashed.
You were going at full speed, and he was off course. So.
Oh my god.
Basically like taking a plane to wood and just shaving off a chunk of it.
Soul's gonna cast a mage hand and try and like help them.
So mage hand has a maximum of 5 pounds. 5 pounds.
Not 10.
It might be 10. Either way, it's not going to do much.
I mean, it can carry tools like away from my body and like.
Understood. I thought you were trying to like.
Oh no! It like trying to like supplement work.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I wasn't trying to like.
Trying to help them with it. So let's roll some. Why don't I have dice in front of me? Let's roll some dice and figure out how well they're repairing the ship.
You don't need dice.
Just assume you roll a 20 every time.
We'll roll 320. So at the.
I wish 5th edition had a take 20 rule or a take 10 rule.
Cursed.
Oh, they roll well for me.
Yeah, they're cursed.
You see see one of them.
No, but I just know what's happening.
Okay, the crew does not appear to be bad at their jobs.
Oh, good.
So it looks like they're able to put temporary patches up enough to stop the flow of water, at least for the time being. After after you hit the dock, we'll see what happens.
Not our problem.
Oh, I don't know. Whoever the closest party member is, except Kevin.
Funny you say that.
Our plan wasn't to get back on this ship after we talked to the king, right?
Once they seem to have the patches under control, I'll go back up to the deck.
It's gonna be Captain Jack Sparrow's introduction. We're all just gonna be sitting on the top mast of the ship. We walk off on the shore, go to see King Heian as all other hands are lost.
Okay, so about 10 more minutes goes by, and the dock is very close. You can see it. They appear to be slowing down and moving the ship into position to tie it down at the dock. You haven't sunk.
Oh, good.
But the minute you disembark, you sink. The ship doesn't, but you sink.
Just roll right through
Oh, Kevin,
Someone
you got
forgot
your
to turn clipping on. Ah!
Kevin, you got your wish. You went through the mountain.
I knew I could do it! I told you, Professor! I told you!
He falls into the
Wilhelm screams up.
planet's core.
Hello, buddy. Go attack Adam.
Yeah, by my toes.
He does that. Actually, he really hasn't been doing that much lately.
He's
I
got
think
all
he
his
grew out of
teeth.
it.
He's been biting a lot less, I feel like,
Yeah.
the last few times we've been there. Sorry, I got Sam.
Yeah, good job.
For sure.
Yeah.
Stop licking my shit.
Yeah. Biting.
You good?
Mm.
Okay. If you want ibuprofen or anything, I have plenty of that.
Oh no, it's just like stiffness, so just gotta work it out a little bit.
You want
walk
something?
around? Or...
No.
I do, but yeah. I picked it up for Vegas.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Shit. Alright, sure, why not? Okay, so you disembark from the boat, and you hear the crew saying, the captain's talking to the crew. It's like, all right. He says to you guys, all right, get going. We got some repairs to do. Thanks for being passengers on our ship. See you again sometime, I guess. Definitely interesting people. Nice to meet you. All right, go away. So he then turns to the crew. All right, we're probably going to be here a little bit while. So before we get started on the repairs, we probably should go make accommodations to stay in the city, stay in the village. And then you see the two sailors that were talking before, they just give each other a look, and you can't tell if it's excitement or fear or both.
I would say.
Yeah.
I love them.
You love them?
Yeah.
We should help them.
Okay, I'm gonna have more NPCs give little color to the world as much as I can.
We should help them on their quest.
Do what?
To woo
The quest to find Mommy Dommy, is that what we're looking for?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
We're gonna Cyrano them.
With a link pearl instead of
Exactly.
Okay,
Instead of
knowing our group, it's not going to be Cyrano, it's going to be Cask of Amontillado at some point.
It's gonna be.
I love the casting.
I like.
Montressa?
Yeah. Hey, I got this really great wine to show you. Want to come check out in the cellar?
I saw a TikTok today where someone was trying to find their cat after some plumbers came in and did some repairs, and then they find their cat by looking through a small little square cut in the drywall underneath their sink, and like, so the plumbers came by, the cat's alive.
Yeah.
The plumbers came by and Cask of Amontillado my cat into the wall.
The cat
Oh my God.
The cat.
No, because it was like they had done a repair, gonna do more things, and the cat just walks in because it's a fucking cat.
That's so great.
That's how Millie got stuck in the wall.
Yeah.
You just hear purring
I know.
coming from the
No,
walls.
we go back to Uematsu's
ship.
castle.
Where's
Yes. We go back to Uematsu's castle where there's the fake room,
Yeah.
and then somehow they open the door, they get blasted by the trap, and then somehow Millie's on the other side.
I would think that Millie would be in the wall of the ship. That they're patching it up.
That's a good point.
Just in one of the, like we have 37
curiosity.
holes to avoid sinking, and Millie's in one of them.
Roll for curiosity.
That's why the ship doesn't sink.
Okay. You are now on the dock leading to a sandy beach of this fisherman village of Isari. Directly to the north.
Ben.
Did he poop?
He peed.
Great. I'll get it in a minute.
Is it? He's been stuck inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with the rain.
With the
but
rain,
it's
yeah.
like I'm trying.
It's hard.
He's gotten better, but then as soon as you guys come over, when people are here, he just does
Too
it.
excited.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I'm the same way with the company.
Yeah. I'm so glad that when I bring him over to your house, he hasn't peed indoors yet. So that's great. He hasn't, right?
No.
Okay, good. All right. So you're in the city, directly to the north and the northwest of you. So not directly, but you see a bunch of ramshackle kind of buildings. It looks like really modest lodging for the people that live here. There is a slightly more well put together tavern, and then there's a nicer building that looks pretty new that's there, and it does not match the city or the village aesthetic at all, but
Gentrification.
probably where the viceroy stays. And then directly to the west, you see a path. It's like a path through a mountain pass kind of thing, and that you gather is where you can get to Yansha.
Kevin can run through his mountain.
You can run through the mountain.
Watch me, Professor! I'm gonna go on to the other side of that mountain.
Kevin,
And he just runs through.
that. Okay. What time
All
of
in
day is
favor
it?
of abandoning the quest now that Kevin's ran out?
It's like late afternoon.
Okay, so how long would it take to get to Yansha?
It's on foot. If you were just casually walking through that mountain pass, it's going to take you at least an hour.
Oh, okay. So we could make it there before sundown.
Yes.
I think we can potentially make it to Doma before night, yeah?
That's unlikely.
Oh, I thought that was part of
Can
it.
we get like a wagon or something and then I tow it?
Oh, that's cool.
If you can find one here, maybe you could find a chocobo porter. But yeah.
Will not rent to Omega.
All of the chocobo porters talk to each other. They're all on the same link shell network.
That is the same.
Do not sell to.
Yeah, they got a blacklist.
I think that's probably our best bet. Try to find one of them.
All right then.
All right, so you're gonna look around the village.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find a cart, right?
You don't find any carts immediately. There's not a huge demand for carts in a village that's this close to the water. You're not carrying your catch that far. But looking around, whoever wants to look, go ahead and roll investigation checks.
Ooh, that's me. I'm good at this.
Where was it?
Oh boy, this is like 20.
18.
Non-natural 20.
Unnatural.
Unnatural 20.
Don't you have to put your hand in
I've had so many puppies, I don't mind.
Yeah.
What did everybody get?
20s.
An 18, an unnatural 20.
Unnatural
22.
22.
All right. All of you are going to search around the village, kind of like just scouring it like it's private investigators.
Where's the cop? Tell me what the cop is.
Drawing looks from some of the locals, not a lot of people tend to stay in Asari when they get here. It's generally, most people pass on through. But after looking around, you do find a couple of carts. Neither of them appear to be super high quality. One of them appears to be in better repair than the other. The guy using it appears to... the one that's in better repair is in the north of the village, and he appears to be shoveling manure into it.
Sure. Cool.
Yeah. And you see he's raising a small flock of sheep on this beach, which is interesting.
I mean, they must eat enough to fill
There
up
is
that
vegetation.
cart.
Yeah, there is vegetation.
And Jess got a nat 20, if that matters.
No! We
For a
get
total of 21.
limit break.
I'll write it down, but it's going to be the same effect.
You find the shit cart.
Somewhere to the northwest, you see a less, a more run-down cart that is not being used at all, and it appears to be right outside the house of an elderly fisherman and his wife.
Let's go talk to the old fish man.
You can see them through the window.
What are they doing?
Well, the wife's got a rolling pin. She's rookie. But she's got a rolling pin and she's yelling at her husband, and the husband, you can't see him, but you hear him. He's like, well, what do you want from me? I already went to work today.
Seems like the females dominate all the males in this village.
I don't know, maybe she's making the pie for him.
God damn, that's a lot.
Deus,
Yes, Professor.
Deus, Tavi, if we go with that one, can you guys make sure that it's in decent condition?
Sure. Yeah, I know we can. I know, especially with the Garlean tech that Tavi knows. Boy, it's gonna run like a
Mikote.
yeah.
You feel
I
that
take
you are
double
very
offense.
close to hitting level 2 of your Wait, sorry.
Oh,
feel like
you
you're
know
very
I
close
haven't purred in 14 years.
Sorry.
Nice. Good job.
Triggered me. Hurting pun.
Yeah, well, let's go check
knock.
the card out, right? Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Yeah.
Hello.
You're knocking at the door?
Yes.
You expecting company? No? Looks like a bunch of weirdos. She's like head out the window and she's saying this while she can see you.
Greetings. We are adventurers and travelers.
I don't see you through the window. Wait till I come to the door. And she goes to run house. You just hear her slowly walking through. The floorboards creaking. She opens the door, and she's kind of hunched over. She's definitely elderly. You probably estimate that she's an octogenarian. She is a higher woman.
The Kevin card.
She's a higher woman. She's just like looking up at some of you and down at the other. And, well, what do you want?
Greetings, madam. I am Harry de Lombrine, and this is we are a party of adventurers and problem solvers. And one of our problems is that we need to get to Doma, and to do so, we would like to rent the services of this fine piece
You're
of
right.
equipment.
That does sound
car.
like your problem.
We have money.
You want our car? I don't know if we can part with it. It's a very useful cart that's been in our family for. Just sell him the damn cart. We haven't used it in 20 years.
As I've heard, your husband already went to work today, so you definitely don't need it till tomorrow. That is if he uses the cart.
Well, my good-for-nothing husband has a big mouth. When she turns she turns her head exorcist style to stare at him.
And I can tell that you have a big heart.
Come again?
You have a big heart.
Is that a euphemism for some of you city dwellers?
No, you're kind.
What about my kind? Are you racist?
Friend, I would like to
I'm
know.
not your friend.
She is for 60
I'm not your buddy, guy.
Oh, no.
Oh, God damn it. That's the Harry we know and love.
I think is a rule. Every time I call someone friend, it's that. That's
Okay.
always been
Yeah, that's what you did. Yeah.
She says, I'm not your friend. Well, maybe we could be.
Yeah. So as soon as Harry says friend, then I'm like, hey, Tom, let's go fix this car.
60 seconds to get out.
Why do you need the cart?
Well, you see, we've been traveling from far off lands. We discovered this ship. Don't trust this captain. I forgot his name, but he crashed the ship. Don't trust him. We need to get to the castle to speak to the king, and we have stuff, I guess. Why do we even need this car?
And it'll get us there quicker with Deus. With his,
You're the one selling
To
it.
travel quicker? Yeah. Well, unless you want to walk, Harry.
Well, look.
Can you walk straight? It's going to take twice as long for you.
It's an important cart
Oh,
for
yeah,
us,
speed
so
is
it's going to
fine.
cost you. It's not going to be cheap. I'm going to 25 gold.
If you throw in that pie that you're baking, deal.
I'm not baking a pie.
You have a rolling pin.
Better get
I just
started.
hold a rolling pin. What was that?
She better get started.
You got 50 seconds.
25 gold, you say?
25 gold. That's a steal.
All right.
Really?
Deal.
Oh, yes, really. Okay. Yeah, sure. It's all yours for 25 gold.
Okay then.
Give her 25 gold.
In favor. You said you're going to the castle?
Yes.
Tell King Hien that Yatsuyu is a dumb bitch, alright? I don't like her.
That's the tobacco high heel lady, yes?
Yeah.
I've heard similar stories. Oh no, I'm staying.
We can absolutely deliver the message.
Good. She holds out her hand.
There
Give
you
it
go.
right over.
Great, thanks. She slams the door. Bye. She says bye after the door closes.
Finger of death.
Go back.
Has anyone seen the movie Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? Robert Downey Jr.
yeah.
I'm just thinking of the finger in the door when she slams it. And she's like, did I just cut off your finger? Yep, it's right down there. Can you pick it up?
I need to watch that.
I fucking love that movie. It's like, who taught you how to math? Stop doing math. I love that.
Val Kilmer's simple.
Yeah, he really was. I love Val Kilmer. Okay, so you grab the cart. Are you gonna stay there and fix it, or are you gonna take it and fix it elsewhere?
Well, we should probably fix it so we don't kill the old lady. We can stop outside of town and make sure everything's hooked up, right?
Well, fix it.
Wait, kill the old lady?
So we don't kill the old lady. You don't hear the important
No.
Just don't kill.
Why would you kill the old lady?
Well, because if you got like violent because she was pissed off at
She's just
Harry.
gonna be hot.
That's why I'm asking. Are you staying there to fix it, or are you taking it
Doesn't
away?
mean she's gonna be
Okay,
violent.
so
It's gonna be
if I roll back to what I said we should load up and move out of town and then fix it outside of town so we don't kill the old lady.
Okay. I thought you said we should just fix it and like stay there and fix it. I missed it.
Okay, but then when did the don't kill part come into play, right?
Well, we don't have to necessarily kill her.
There's no killing old ladies.
I'm agreeing with you, Dad.
Okay, all right, yeah. Harry,
This is all
you're a man of
happening
culture.
on her doorstep. No, we don't need to kill her. Why are you saying
We're not killing old ladies.
Yes, thank you, Professor. We are not killing this fine old lady.
So you pull the cart back towards Yansha, like the pass, the mountain pass.
Yeah, we're gonna hit like I would think we would get outside the city limits so we don't get like hit for vagrancy by the tobacco lady, and then we fix up
the fix your cart.
Yeah, and then we take the time to fix the cart up so it doesn't break down and then we head off. Right?
It blows up in the way. It's just like a wooden cart, right?
It's simply a wooden cart. You could all fit in it.
Yeah.
You could all fit in it, but just barely.
We have to listen to Kevin the whole time.
Kevin's pulling.
Yeah, I can.
They could use the mech, but Kevin.
Okay.
Roll a dice roll.
I know. So, you pull towards the mountain pass with the cart you way overpaid for.
We helped out the old lady.
You did help out.
Retirement fund.
Yeah, that cart's maybe worth 1 gold.
What are we gonna do with the money?
Yeah. That's a good question. What are you going to do with the money?
Buy more cards.
Buy more cards.
Yeah.
Turn into a cart Uber fleet.
We become cartwrights just because there's none.
That's a good way to
Well, that's
retire.
Uber's business model.
All right, we gotta make new characters because these are just gonna, they're gonna start a lucrative business just giving people orders.
Just like the Reddit thread I read once where players determined that mining salt was exponentially more profitable than adventuring.
Yeah, and the DM is just like, guys, what the fuck are we doing?
That's amazing.
Don't.
Hello. All right, so go ahead and whichever one of you wants to do the repairs, may roll with advantage because somebody's helping. Go ahead and roll just an engineering check.
Yeah. Hey Tommy, you want to do this? You want to show me what you got?
What's engineering?
Well, probably smithing, right?
Smithing, yeah. Smithing's fine.
That's
Whatever you roll
his
for
forte.
Yeah. It's profession / one of those stats. Fifth edition has so many fewer skills than Pathfinder did. I actually kind of like the graininess of Pathfinder in that there's specific skills that you could focus in. You don't like that?
No.
Okay.
I think it's smooth.
I feel like it's necessary with the knowledge skills.
Yeah, that's
Maybe that's
Because like knowledge religion.
I guess it's good that I had advantage because I rolled a 1 and then I rolled a 20.
Ha!
you got one of each.
And both count.
Level 2 limit
And you wrote
break.
Jess's down, right?
Are now at level 2 limit break.
Yes.
Yes. Team effort.
Let's go fight that lady.
I'm at least level limit break. That's all I'll say.
Oh no.
We'll see when I use it. Within it takes you approximately an hour and a half or so, but you've got the cart in good enough working order that you're pretty confident it won't break with everybody riding in it.
Yes.
Although, just to be safe, you might want to have somebody ride on the armor with you.
I'll do it.
Oh yeah, because we want to see like the vantage points, right?
I know.
Yeah. We can kill all these villagers from this.
No. Dance, we're not killing anyone.
No, I'm just saying hypothetically.
Hypothetically, of course. Well, we start with him. We probably want to go up in that tower. No, he's writing stuff down.
So is Harry calling dibs in the mech shotgun?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, seeing as you guys have to hang on, you could be on one side and Millie could be on the other side if you wanted to.
Sorry. No.
There.
What? Dylan left again.
I think he was saying that he was gonna like be able to listen here and there.
Point at
That was
points.
very, very here and there.
It's not hearing the good stuff.
And there's the bad stuff. Okay, so cart's fixed. It's starting to get early evening. Sun's going down. Hey, big guy. Sun's getting real low.
Are you pulling in on the armor?
And sure. So with Harry on top of the armor that Deus is driving, anyone else sitting on the armor, or is everybody else in the cart?
So I think
Millie's on the other side.
Okay. Which is good, because it's a tight fit in the cart, especially with 2 Carlians and a Kevin.
And Omega.
sounds like a sitcom, right?
2 Carlians and a Kevin, yeah. Hold on.
So if you're counting brain power, it's just 2.5 men.
Wow.
I was gonna say 2.5 Carlins. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, again, Dylan.
That's actually pretty generous. Thank you.
Sorry, finding them now.
I'm sad we didn't go to that lightning island.
You still can.
Okay,
I'm just gonna run back out in the ocean.
Just take the card.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the island will still be there when we come back.
Let's start playing the drums.
So, after approximately an hour or so going through the mountain pass, a little bit less than an hour actually, because you've got the cart. It is uphill for quite some ways. Not like super steep, but it's at incline. Say it again.
Low grade.
Low grade, yes. Trucks can go up it without shifting. So as you get like towards the top, suddenly the pass opens up, and your view, you have much larger field of view. Is what I'm trying to say. And down the hill from you to the south, you see Yancha open up.
Ooh, cool.
It's beautiful reds and greens everywhere. A lot of the buildings that you can see are red base but painted with blue and green and various symbols that are probably important to the people there. You do see an aetheryte from your vantage point right in the center of a village that's there. You would know this, Kenji. This is Namai is the name of this village, Namai. It's one of the main villages that people would pass through going to and from any of the important areas attached to Yancha.
Is it architecturally similar to Kugane?
Similar, a little bit more primitive. But not primitive in a derogatory way, but just like simpler.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you know that Doma is... Once you get to Namai, you would have to go north. If you were to go northwest, you would be able to get to Doma. But there is also a ferry all the way to the southwest if you were to get there. And then there's also, if you wanted to get to the Azim Steppe, that's northeast. So Namai seems to be your jumping off point to determine which direction you want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's hilly, grassy countryside. You see, I think it's called a paddy, right? Like where you're, yeah.
Rice.
Yeah, it's basically like little bogs, swamps, where they're growing lots of rice, and it looks very peaceful here. The only thing that seems to be breaking up the peaceful, simple nature here is far to the south. You can see a Garlean castrum.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Would they want our chicken back?
Chicken?
Chicken walker?
No.
Our mangoes?
Oh, the neck.
No.
Okay.
No, this was
That was a
gift.
gift.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We have the permit.
Yeah, we didn't steal it. It was
We're
given to
honorary
us.
peacekeepers.
Oh.
I don't think they said that.
Well, I said that to them, and they didn't correct me.
Well, as it works, Deus says honorary peacekeeper, so Harry will say it again. Robert.
Yes.
Yeah, the prince gave it to us.
So it is a slightly steeper decline than the incline
Boy,
was.
we're going down fast.
Yeah, you will go down fast, but given the fact that Magitech is driving it, it's not a lot of danger that way. But I'm guessing that you want to head towards Namai, or do you want to make camp here for the night because it is starting to get dark?
Well, I'll leave that up to everyone else, but I'll go up to the Aetheryte so we can attune
Yeah, I
to
was
it.
gonna say, I would
Aetheryte
have
is
down
in
one,
Namai. You
right,
have to
we
get to Namai.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We should go down to it,
camp
attune
there.
to it. Well, I don't know. We can move on if you
Attune
want
and
to.
then make our decision.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm up to everyone else.
Yeah, I
We're
would
plenty
assume-
close to Numai,
assume
right?
it would, yeah.
You're.
A pre-nightfall distance.
Yeah. Well, no, it's starting. The sun's already going down, but you would get there within an hour easily, probably a little bit less. So if you're heading that direction, along the way you see. What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Along the way, you see some interesting sights. You see what appears to be an elephant, but humanoid elephants standing on two legs, and they appear to be carrying maces of some sort, and running in herds. And they see you see this one particular herd. It's like 5 of them, and they're chasing after a very large bird, which appears to have a broken wing, with an arrow sticking out of the other one. And it's like trying to run from them, and they're chasing it with their maces. So that's a sight. You also see lots of bridges over running water, rivers. And it appears to be those are like the overrun from the rice paddies that are built into the sides of the hills that are here. I'm just trying to build the scene for you. I'll probably go and take pictures of it before our next session.
Oh, nice.
I like this area a lot. There is a waterfall which appears to be coming from a plateau in the mountains that you have no idea how you'll get to if you were to get up there, but it does appear to be a flat section with running water.
It's like a huge cliff.
It's pretty high. Yeah, it's if you couldn't eyeball it to determine how far it is mathematically, but it's pretty high. And as you go along, there's plenty of people. They don't appear to be too bothered to see travelers. It's probably a common occurrence for them. But nobody seems overly friendly either. They're not going out of their way to wave to you or say hi or anything of that nature. So, is there anything that y'all would like to do on your way into Namai? Before you get there, I would say, but just with any of that information I just gave you.
I mean, I know Sol would just want to get to the Aetheryte crystal, probably be like on guard, looking around, but probably nothing specific for him.
Is there any other travelers going either way?
Not that you've encountered yet.
Is there anything peculiar about that bird that's being chased down? Like, can we recognize that? Oh, that's obviously a such and such. They're in season, like that.
You're cutting out, Jess. Can you reset one more time?
She had said if there's any recognizable things about the birds to know if it was a such and such bird that's in season or not.
Gotcha. So say that one more time.
Super peculiar about that bird. Like, if
So
we look.
it's not a yole, if that's what you're asking.
What?
It's not a yole like the ones that you would see in the
No.
steppe. It's not.
That's not what I was asking. What I was asking is if any of us, particularly me or Kenji, were to look at it, would we be able to say, oh, that's obviously a such and such bird. We see them around here all the time, or they're in season, or is it very like, this bird should not be here, sort of a thing?
Kenji and this is the right music. Sorry, Kenji and Sherman, you may both roll a
Is it something Garleans would recognize?
What was that? Yeah, nature's fine. Nature. You both can roll nature with advantage since you're from the area. Something that Garleans would recognize, not necessarily. No.
7.
Okay, Kenji, you're not really big on the fauna of the area.
It's a turkey.
It's
I got a nat 20, and that makes it 21.
You are
2 nat 20s in one session.
Yeah.
Is that your third?
I peaked. That's it. I'm dying next
Third on
session.
the night.
Making up for this in last session.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what they call a zoo. A Z. It's ZU is how it's spelled. It is similar to an albatross in real world mythology.
real world.
Albatrosses aren't necessarily real, are they?
They are. They
Yeah,
are
they are.
real. Unless if you shoot the albatross, you're fucked.
It's
But-
not an albatross of legend. Like the way that they're described previously is way bigger than they actually are. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's just a big ass pelican.
Right.
A big duck.
No, it's
A
a
big
very
albatross.
large bird. Like it's bigger than
Big duck
Is it bigger than chocobo?
it's bigger than a chocobo.
Okay.
It's bigger than the cart that you're driving. It's bigger than your Magiteco.
Oh, damn.
So it's a large bird, and they're not rare, but they're also not commonly on the ground, especially in this area. Their nests are generally elsewhere.
Good job, Ben.
Their nests are generally elsewhere, and they're not often hunted. So the fact that this one's apparently been injured
Always been hurt.
and it's being chased down by those elephant people, that's a little bit of a rare sight.
I know someone.
So Sherbin would just take note of it, but not be like, "This is concerning. We should go for it or go inspect it." But just kind of odd.
How far away
Okay.
is this bird?
They were
Fan.
Ben, again.
Yeah. Only got a little bit this time, though.
Yeah, but you guys have a. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got a collar, and you need to put it on him. I don't have it on him, but it's one where I could press a button and it'll it's not a shock,
Yeah.
but it's a vibration.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
got
buddy, you need to go outside or what?
Actually, that's a good idea.
You want to put it outside?
If you don't mind. That's the third time he's done it today.
Hey,
Watch out for the pea spot there.
Just rub around in it.
There we go.
There he goes. Oh wow, he does want to go.
Bob, go outside.
Hey, Bob. Bob snoozing. Oh, there he is. Here he comes.
Bob listens.
He's like, oh yeah, I gotta go.
You gotta be a good role model.
Thank you, Chris. Don't step in it.
Just rubbing around.
Okay. So, sorry, can we finish that thought? I got
Oh,
distracted
big
by
bird.
that.
How far is the big bird away?
At least a half a mile.
Galahad, go check on that bird.
Woo!
You speak birds, right?
He doesn't have will of his own, I don't think. Yeah. But flies away, and by the time he gets there, these Gajasura, which are the elephant people, not that you would know that, they're beating it to death with their clubs. Like they're braining it at the moment.
Oof.
It's just kind of twitching as it's getting beaten to shit, and then they take out daggers and they're like cutting it apart while it's on the ground. Yeah,
Kind of fucked up.
the way of life.
It's an elephant eat bird world out there.
That's odd. Usually poultry isn't tenderized like that.
Maybe they're amateur chefs.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
So, anything else that you'd like to do? Kavahog comes back. Unless you want Kavahog to attack him.
I need to heal the bird.
Kabahog better be careful. He's gonna get eaten to death and eaten too.
Turn to smoke.
Smoked meat.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we should get to that crystal and rest for the night, but perhaps we put double guards up, lest we become meals for the elephant men.
Well, if we're going to be on the road camping, I can help take care of that, but I guess we could also look for an inn.
As long as there's no elephants in the inn.
We need to talk about the elephant in the inn.
Wow.
Is there an inn?
Well, are you? So you're done with your stuff pre-Nemaya at this point?
Yeah.
Everybody, Chris, do you want to do anything?
We saw.
Oh, I was just piloting, so I should probably focus my entire time.
Yeah,
on
we
that.
don't want to be like the captain.
Yeah, right. You know.
They're all
that's
pulling
the-
Omega, crash into the gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blame someone else.
Sure. As your Kyle comes back, you tell the group. I assume you tell the group what happened.
The bird got dead.
How specific?
Yeah, that's nicer than the way I said it, I think. But you pull up to Namai again.
Shortest Harry monologue ever.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to get to the point. And when a bird dies, you don't want to beat around the bushes and use flowery language.
Hey, you beat around the bird.
You beat on the bird
Yeah.
if you're an elephant person.
There's a bird in the hands. One.
Oh, this is yes.
Bush, right? Yeah.
This bird isn't worth much.
That truck, I couldn't find it.
I found it.
Thank you.
Roll an investigation check.
That one for sure.
Okay, so pulling up to Namai, the first thing that you notice is there's a couple of guards there. They're not super heavily armored, but they both have spears. They
kind of stick.
They appear to be wearing utilitarian kimonos.
With like belts.
Tactical kimonos.
They're kimonos that are less about.
like utility.
They're less for
Like
show. They're more
housing.
for farming the rice paddy. Kind of
Cargo kimonos, just pockets
So they're like
everywhere.
yeah, just grab the rice, put it in a pocket.
It's got a thresher built into it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's impressive. That's your next invention.
The pocket thresher.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
If there's a cotton gin, there could be a pocket thresher. No. So they hold on there, travelers. What's your business?
We're just passing through on the way to Doma Castle.
Are you now? What's your business at Doma Castle?
We have an audience with King Heian.
All right. Sure. Why not? Do you have any wares that you're selling? Looks like you've got a cart full of people. We don't do slavery here.
We're,
Well, then we can give you this Kevin for free.
Doesn't work out. Sorry.
He runs into mountains very well.
It's actually a skilled farmer.
You can learn
Could
to
you
grow
farm
rice.
rice? That's the question.
Rice and potatoes are
Just
most
tell them they're potatoes and he'll do it.
Wow, okay. This is the smallest potatoes I've ever seen. Yes. If you're just passing through to Doma, just know, cause no trouble in the town. Do not draw your weapons under any circumstances.
Just gonna turn and look at Omega.
Who's just listening right now?
I wonder, saying this out loud, gods, you can listen if you want, but it's not necessarily directed at you. We get this speech from many gods in many towns. Is there some town where we are allowed to fight, where we can draw weapons? I wonder, is the presence of a god is that speech redundant? Shouldn't we already know that if every other god of every other town is going to give us the same speech?
Well,
I mean, perhaps your job isn't to really keep the peace, but is just to be a figure. For all of us who know what gods do, know that we're not supposed to draw our weapons.
sounds like we're pretty.
Hey, Kevin.
Well,
Kevin, I just want to let you know that he means not.
yeah, see? Oh, Billy, they distinctly told us
Don't
not
do
to.
that. Don't do that, Millie. Distinctly.
Billy, I'm trying to make a philosophical point about how they don't need to give us that speech, and you're just proving that they do. Because I don't know
The
this
other
already.
guard that was not talking, the one that was just standing there, he doesn't. He sees it. Very clever.
Kevin, so again, Kevin, to reiterate, when he says don't draw your weapon, he means don't unsheath your sword, not what Millie just did.
Oh! Thanks, you, Charlie. I appreciate it. I can't remember what he calls him.
Right.
Calls him Atari.
I call him Charlie, but that one's better.
Call him Atari.
Toby?
Toby.
Is that what he's called? Toby!
Tobias.
Thanks for that. I appreciate that. I was about to go around with some chalk, but Millie would probably take it.
Kevin, one thing. If your interpretation of the legal code of not drawing weapons was to not physically draw them, why would you have chalk?
Well, I'll just take it from Millie.
No, but if you thought you were not supposed to create artwork of weapons, why would you do that?
I don't like authority.
I believe in small government.
Especially when it comes to policing people's bodies.
Oh, my
Small
God.
government should do that.
Kevin,
Kevin, I thought you believed in.
Second Amendment I've ever heard.
Which
I
one's
thought you
that?
believe in police.
What was that?
I thought you liked the thin blue line and police and all that.
Yeah, how's that contradict with what I just said? That's a big word.
I'm surprised you knew that.
Me too.
I don't know. I just got lucky.
Yeah.
Well, sorry for my musings, gods. Here's a copper. Let's keep going.
Copper for a copper.
Copper for.
Hey,
Wow.
don't get squished.
Squished? As you walk on. Okay, sure. And then about 100 foams past the guards is where the aetherite is.
Ding.
What was that?
Ding.
Before you approach there's an old woman just standing there. Aetherite is like in a dirt road, like a dirt path, right? This old woman is just walking around sweeping the dirt. Like not sweeping it away, just sweeping the dirt. For as long as you're looking at her, she's just there sweeping the dirt.
So I can pull the switch and avoid the old lady, but then what do I kill if I do that?
Wait, what?
It's a trolley problem.
Yeah.
Is that what you were going for?
Damn it.
Yeah. Well, the
And
question,
he's the drunk one. Come on.
the question is, if you didn't pull the switch, then would you be guilty of killing her?
No, because the machine is already on this forward
Yeah,
motion.
but you had the choice to have pulled it.
But only because I voiced it, so now it's a group committee thing.
So
So,
are you-
I'm not in this alone.
Are you-
This is gonna be an
the firing squad?
Yes.
Are you implying that you were just gonna run your Magitech straight through the aetherite? Because she's standing in front of it.
Well, I mean,
No,
if she's standing in front of it.
It was merely a
here,
joke to make us
you're going
ponder. What are we doing?
No, you're going about this all wrong. Millie grabs the wheel and drives it into as many people as possible to get to the
Right.
And are we
Like
guilty for
Simpsons
not
Road Rage.
stopping?
Just how many can I hit on the way?
She's just sweeping, not paying any attention. Just sweeping the dirt.
Okay, well, she's in front of the aetherite, and I would run through the aetherite if I was going to kill her. Then I would go up to the side like we were originally going to do, and just non-violently attempt.
Don't kill the old lady.
You have,
Right,
you
that
have
is our
Jessica
moral.
to thank for that NPC, because that is actually an NPC in the game. She's just standing there sweeping dirt, and Jess said she better be there, so there she is.
Oh, okay, all
Now
right.
you gotta try and kill her.
Still there now.
So that's 2 old ladies' lives we saved tonight. We're doing
Exactly.
good.
We're doing
Does the
We're doing
walker
good.
have a horn?
Yes.
Is it loud?
Yes.
Millie presses it.
That's what it sounds like. And everybody just turns and looks at you like, the fuck, dude?
Does the old lady turn?
Nope.
She's got one job and she's gonna do it.
She's deaf.
Oh, no. Oh.
What?
Oh. No. Well, hold on. I'll let him in because I gotta clean up the floor, too.
Okay, everybody attune real quick so we can get going.
Soul touches it, but then he also remembers to grab his bow and then.
Did you... Where was it that he beat?
Yeah.
That was the first time. The second time was like 2 feet in front of you.
Yeah, right.
Somewhere around there. It was a very small amount.
Yeah, he barely went.
Just there's a couple drops.
I got the carpet cleaner so that it has a mark on it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, see?
Millie's just like hanging off the mech. You like poke the ether, right?
All right. Do we want to find a place here if there is one, or camp
Yeah.
out on the road?
Are there any inns that we can see?
So, all of the buildings, very similar to what you saw in Asari, except slightly more advanced. Slightly more advanced.
Slightly less.
It does appear that there are some areas for rent, an inn for rent, maybe like a motel kind of style.
An Airbnb.
Yeah. No, it's
The
a
cleaning
D&D.
fees are gonna be on.
No, fuck.
Or D&D.
Airbnb.
Babysitting fees are gonna ruin us.
Oh, no.
Yeah. We'll watch out for all the
I
cameras.
said we should have done a hotel. Come on, guys.
Anyway,
Priceline that.
so there is a spot for you to stay. It looks like one particular building. All the others appear to be residential. There's not a lot of shops here necessarily. It's just kind of a general store that is closed at the moment, and
It's nighttime, right?
it's
The
evening.
sun is.
The sun's already down, and that motel that I mentioned.
Can't go wrong with motels and backwater villages.
Backwater villages.
Especially when there's roaming guards of elephant people
Just
killing
reminds
birds.
me of Schitt's Creek. You ever see that show?
I love that show.
It's a great show. Where they buy the motel, or they have.
Oh,
they
the
own-
Rose Motel?
Yeah.
I was thinking more of a hostile situation.
Well, yeah, Omega loves it.
All right. Hostile.
Yeah.
Oh, because she's hostile.
Stop peeing.
Well, I don't think you want that. That'd be bad for his
Yeah,
body.
yeah.
What happened?
You want?
I don't think you want him to keep it inside his body.
Forever.
That'd be awful for him.
Can't keep it in there forever. Okay.
Just so large. So large.
Yeah. So, you want to get a room at the motel. There is a proprietor there. It appears to be a teenage man.
Teenage.
What?
Teenage man.
Yeah, teenage boy. And he's got
Young
his sister.
adult.
Young adult.
He's got a sister in there with him. Not that you know that they're sisters, brother and sister.
I know.
Okay.
So, because we as players know that they're siblings, do we have to ask?
Sure.
As characters, otherwise we're metagaming.
I think so.
Okay, he's talking to her. He's talking to her as if they're related. We'll put it that way when you walk in.
How do you talk to someone?
What kind of relationship?
As you know, since we share a genetic code.
No,
Well,
it's more like she's coloring in the corner, and he's like, "Have you done your chores yet?" That kind of thing.
Maybe it's
And then mom said I didn't have to do blah blah blah.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
sure, it's basically that.
Right.
I'm getting a little, as a player worried about.
Oh,
like,
we have guests.
implicit
Hello.
metagaming.
Sweet home Alliantia.
Oh my God.
She's coloring in the corner.
Hello. We're looking to get some rooms for the night, if possible.
We do have a few rooms open. How long are you staying?
Just a night.
Just the night. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll get you checked in. And he takes out a book and opens it up and has a quill there. It's like, I need all you to sign your names here, please. And let me know how many rooms you want. I think we have 5 that are available right now.
This is
Double up, everybody.
a fairly well-equipped inn, young man. Do you get much business?
Yeah, people come through here all the time.
But not tonight. But besides us.
We only have 5 rooms left.
Oh, it is a large enterprise you have.
Yes, there's probably about 8 open rooms at this motel. So, yeah.
I guess we'll take them all and double up for the night.
Okay. All right. I'll get you some keys. Azami, stop coloring. And that's the little girl he's talking to. Can you lead them to their rooms, please? What'd you say?
As Sherman signs her name in the book, she's going to take a glance up at the other names in the book. Does she recognize any of them?
Recognize? No.
Yes. Okay.
I mean,
But she's been traveling with us the whole time.
These other idiots.
She would, Sherbin would see the name Yatsuyu written in Millie's handwriting.
Amazing.
Well, I mean, to Jess's question, certainly she can tell maybe races or any noble titles or anything like that.
So there's 3 rooms that are taken. If you want to see, it looks like the people that signed in this day, it looks like there's 5 people. In terms of recognizable names, nobody that you know, but they do sound to be not Ara, probably more like Hire or Ellison.
Not Lalafell, because their names are
No Lalafell.
sing-songy.
No elephant people.
Bird
murderers.
about that. There is one that might be a Mikote. It doesn't have the tribe's letter in front, so you're not sure, but it does sound like the Mikote naming scheme.
Sure.
Is it a Liapo?
Well, it is now. Yes.
Damn it.
Now it's a Liapo.
like the Smiths of Makote.
Yeah, pretty much. See him everywhere.
Also, is there a tavern open?
You said it's the Smith?
Yeah, the Smith. You know, Morrissey's a vegan.
Sorry.
Also an asshole.
I don't know.
Yeah, most vegans
What?
are.
Yeah.
Oh, you said the Smith, so I said they're playing very sad songs.
There is a light that never goes out.
Is there a reason he's not going out tonight?
To die by your side, such a heavy way to die. I actually like the Smiths.
They have good songs. I hate the people who play the music in this.
Yes! We're on the same
Yeah,
page.
you can hate the artist and like the art.
The artist is dead.
Oh, it's like Danzig from
Oh.
damn.
Misfits.
Yeah.
Or Sid Vicious and never mind.
Yeah, I guess the Misfits are touring with the original.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah,
No shit.
because my buddy sent me.
Not Danzig, not Michael Graves.
Yeah, it's Danzig and all the original.
I would've liked
well,
Michael
the guys who
Graves
were
better.
alive, apparently. Yes, I also like Graves better. So, but anyway, sorry.
I derailed enough.
Alright,
But yeah, Sid asking for a tavern.
A tavern?
Is there a tavern? Yeah.
There's
Right?
a tavern. We've got some alcohol here we can part with, but no taverns.
I'll take my clip.
Did you want some?
Well, where can we?
I'll take a bottle of sake and look over at Sherbin. Wine or tea?
Yes.
Wine and tea.
We don't have any pre-made tea, but we've got bags.
That's fine.
Okay.
Sushi.
Yeah. Sushi? Oh, there's actually one of our neighbors makes sushi. Not really a restaurant, just really good at making sushi. You might be able to ask them for it.
Bust into a house to make.
I heard you had fish.
Heard you have fish and didn't cook it.
You're the Kool-Aid man. Break through the wall.
It's extra ominous because there's no word, so it just breaks through the wall, and then there's a picture of a fish.
Give
Well, if you use magic armor, you can probably break through the wall pretty easy.
Just kick the door down.
Take whatever you want.
It's a good way to get kicked out of the mine. Yeah, so they give you some alcohol. The cost for the rooms for the night, it's going to be 1 gold gil per room. Alcohol, just put 1 more gil on top.
Sure.
So 6 gil total.
The professor has it, so.
I got it.
Oh, he got the group funds, so.
Yeah, alright, you guys can go to your room, I'll deal with your dad.
Okay. Thanks, Dad.
I'm gonna give
Oh, it's all
Sherbin the key and the wine and tea bags. Kenji, can you walk with me for a second?
Hey, all right. What's up?
These two.
Teabag, sure enough.
Shush.
I'm putting my head down in shame.
Not a word.
I'm putting my head down in shame.
This is the respectable half of the table. This is the shameful half.
I get like half respect for saying
this
nothing.
half.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, he didn't say anything.
But that's where your brain went.
My brain went. That's why I'm like half shaming myself. I'm punishing myself.
I'll take the bottle of sake and walk with Kenji outside of the inn.
Okay, you gotta teabag him too.
A lot of bad manners.
The night's still young.
I didn't know you played Overwatch.
A lot of tactical crashing.
Kenji, I know that you agreed to come with us because of a debt to Dale. What are your plans after this egg business is done?
Oh, I mean, to be honest with you, I should at least stick through until potentially my friends attack y'all. I ain't gonna leave you alone on that one. We'll see what happens from there.
Fair enough. Listen, I was wondering if there's a way I could, I don't know, I don't want to insult you, and I don't want to come off wrong here, but do you accept kind of contracts for guarding services?
I mean, I suppose I get paid for my services. What are you trying to get at?
Well, listen, I give him out the bottle of sake. Take this, and if there's more you need, let me know. Consider this an early birthday present. Deus keeps track of that kind of thing. And a request on my end to, if anything goes south and I'm not around to keep an eye on them, stick around for a bit.
You know you're gonna be fine, right? You're not exactly the target here. And
No,
you
wait.
shouldn't be stepping on the front lines if you're not ready.
I'm not worried about your friends, and I'm not worried about being on the front line. It's just something nagging at me, and I like to be prepared in case.
Tell you what, I'll hang around if you do pass. But let's not take it to that, yeah?
I hope not, but can never be too careful.
You're an interesting man. You're more worried about the people around you after you pass than taking steps to avoid passing.
You know, you never know what's going to happen, and look, I appreciate everything you've done for me with helping me with the meditation and trying to keep everything balanced with me, but I don't know what's going to come down, and
you're worried about your condition then?
well, after being at the island and seeing what happened to people who lose all their ether, I'm a little skittish, I guess.
Well, work on grounding yourself in this world first and foremost, so your ether don't go floating away.
It's tough when you dizzy spells, things like that. You never know. But
Yeah.
I just want to be as protected as I can be, and I want to make sure they are as well.
Look, I respect you looking to the future. He pops open the sake, takes a swig, hands it to you. I appreciate it. But you worry too much. No wonder your eighth is leaking all over the place.
Hope that's it. I really do. I'll take a swig as well.
Live in the moment, Sid. Who knows how many we have left.
What I'm feeling, that's what I'm finding out being here. A lot of things have changed for me.
Yeah? You seem kind of happy. You got a pep in your step lately.
It's hard not to be, but you know, it's a lot different over in Cliffside. Wasn't much.
What's that?
There wasn't much for me there.
Yeah, but you found and are creating your life here. Good. Ground yourself in it. Enjoy it. Stop stressing. I swear, you take on the burdens of all these kids.
Most of their teachers, what do you expect?
Yeah, but not all their burdens are yours to bear. You're doing what you can for each and every one of them. Commendable, and all of us, including them, see it.
Appreciate it.
Stop beating yourself up, old man. Now come get a few more drinks with us. I'm sure Harry has a story.
Damn, I metagamed a little bit.
Started drinking?
No, I mean, that's kind of sad.
That
was really touching.
Out of character. That was a
I love the
good
role
storytelling moment.
Yeah, that was
The
great.
role playing
That
in
was,
this game is so good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Usually we're just off trying to run
I
to
guess it
freaking
means a little bit
treasure
more
island.
since you're actually a dad, so I guess I could see that, right?
Oh no, I'm just talking about Sid as a character.
Sid as a
he's
character
like
is growing, man.
Yeah, I mean,
growing. Look at that character growth.
Because
You're like a level 3
Yeah.
narrative entity, and I'm like still an NPC.
bullshit.
I'm just drinking.
Yeah.
So, if that stops, what is the rooming arrangement?
Well, I'll sleep with Kevin if that's fine.
No, last time we had that happen.
Maybe we did it that apart. You know what I mean? It's not you, it's me.
Very self-aware of Kevin there.
Millie's gonna have a nightmare and need to sleep in mom and dad's room.
Hey, come back.
No, then you really have a nightmare.
Yeah. My intent to be a cockblock has backfired so horribly wrong.
Contact.
With the chalkboard.
It's like
What's
having a
going
pet
on?
in the room.
It's kind of looking.
God, it's so awkward.
Well, then if Deus and Kevin are not sharing a room, then I feel like by default that means that Kevin either has to share a room with Omega or Harry.
I like
So who's drawing the short straw in
I
that
like
arrangement?
I like Kevin. We'll just talk. We'll talk. Oh, it's the potato popoto vodka.
The vodka versus brandy debate.
Yeah, this is an argument that's.
I mean, as long as you can keep him from playing his harmonica, that's great.
Cone of silence.
Come on, Harry. I'll show you how I made that Papoto vodka when I was in class in Professor Bertolane's room.
What year was that? Was it the year the schoolhouse burnt down? I think I'm putting two and two together here. Solving the case of the burnt down schoolhouse.
Schoolhouse never burnt down, actually. There was a fire, though. That was the inciting incident. In fact, the grain setting on fire.
I have a bedtime, so I'm gonna have to head out.
It's great to see you, Adam.
It's good to be here.
You get to listen on the way home.
Yeah. Cool. If I have enough battery.
Right, Tavi will share with Soul.
That's what I figured would happen.
Sid with Sherbin, I assume.
Yeah.
Dave and Millie.
I'll take the empty bottles just to clean up.
Yeah,
Do you want the? Does anyone want these?
I'm not big into seltzer. I like what you gave me, but I'm probably not going to drink seltzer.
Yeah.
So if you gave it to somebody else, then
I'll take them if no one wants them.
Okay, so here's the thing. Did you say that reluctantly?
Yes, like I don't want them.
Okay, well, I'll fucking drink it, dude.
Okay.
I mean,
How many were there?
There's three. I can bring more. It's like I'm trying to.
I'll take one back with me.
I'm trying to get rid of them.
yeah.
Cause like,
Are they all the same?
yeah.
I'll bring the bottles and the caps back to you.
Oh no, I don't need the bottles. I'm trying to get rid of the bottles.
Oh, okay. Then I won't.
Now I have kegs.
nice.
Oh, sweet.
What are you going to bring us beer? Does that count as beer?
Is that just condensation or is that spillage?
Probably a condensation.
All the conversation.
Okay.
Welcome back.
All right,
Kenji, who are you staying
See you
with?
later.
See you.
Kenji, don't
He
make
said be right back.
Oh,
He
I
said
don't
be
think
right
he
back.
cares too much.
Oh,
What are
he's
the
in fact.
options?
Well, I think Deus and Millie shacked up.
Deus and Millie, Sid and Sherbin, Sol and Tavi, Kevin and Harry, so Omega and Kenji.
Yeah, sounds about right.
There we go.
And who else are we missing?
It would be
Ransom.
Genbu.
Genbu, and I thought we had 10
Oh,
total.
you left Genbu behind.
Yeah, we did leave
For all
Genbu
int-
behind.
For all intents and purposes,
Yeah.
Genbu is just chillaxing in Kugane.
Yeah.
I had no idea when he's going to be back.
I'm just thinking, I thought we had 10 people, including Genbu.
I was trying to think.
But I guess we have 9?
I was thinking about
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, he just
Okay.
got really dizzy and couldn't.
Then yeah, so yes, Omega's the only one who doesn't have a roommate at the moment.
Sparring partners. Partners.
Sparters.
Okay, so now I need to know the position of your rooms. So with one being the one
Oh.
closest to the office,
Of the rooms.
the rooms, yes. The one being closest to the office and 5 being furthest from the office.
Single hallway or across?
Assuming it's single.
This does not bode well for us if you need to know the positions of our rooms.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, I would think that we would be closest because that's the closest to the
door to the Magitech.
to the mech. Yes. And I have my sounding sentry on there, like, you know.
You block it outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, like if we've got 1 through 5, wherever the entrance, or if there's a back door, we can park the mech out back.
There's no back door.
Okay, so then 1 would be
No.
Deus and Millie.
Okay.
You guys are cool.
Sid and Sherman should be 5 for noise purposes.
Well, that's up to them.
Earplugs, and I don't think we have paper walls anymore.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
They don't need to hear about teabagging.
Definitely not.
So are you guys gonna be in the furthest room anyway, or who is? Because it is. I do need to know.
I mean, that's fine, I guess.
Sure.
And where's everybody else?
You can put Soul and Toppy in like the 4th one.
I like to listen.
Tavi claims 3.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Okay, I guess
Soul.
we're in 3.
Okay.
You guys need to sync up a
I
little
just
bit.
wanted to make sure you're erased there. So.
Yeah, there you go. Mission accomplished.
Okay, so that means that Kenji and Omega are in 2 or 4. And we'll just have...
I feel like Kevin would still have a room close to Deus and Millie, so 2.
Sure. So Kenji and Omega in 4 then. Alright.
Works for me.
So, before the night
that's
comes
not the
to a
right
close, is anyone having discussions with their bunkmate?
Hey, Millie, where's the bath in this place?
I don't know, I'm bad at discussions.
There is...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the flashback. Hey, Millie, where's the bath in this place?
There is a partition with a bath behind it, and it's got cold water already in it. It looks clean, and then there appears to be a heater with fire crystals below it that can be switched on or off.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch them on, and then I'll say like, "Hey, Millie, you know, lately you've been acting a little strange. Are you doing okay?"
Being that it's just Deus and Millie, we can communicate via sign language the whole time.
Yep.
So she'll basically just say like, yeah, everything's good. Nothing to report, no problems.
Well, excellent. I appreciate your report in triplicate, per usual.
Carbon copy on your desk in the morning.
Yes.
Don't forget your TPS report.
Yeah, right. And I'm gonna need you to come in on Saturday. But anyway.
Lindbergh.
Interns don't get overtime. God damn.
Well, they don't get paid, so you can do all the overtime you want. It doesn't matter. Yeah, but okay. So as long as you're feeling okay, then that's really good because I wasn't really sure what was going on there, and I was having issues with Kevin at the same time, and it just I felt really lonely because it felt like my whole family was like falling apart.
We're all good now.
Good. I'm gonna take my bath.
Okay. Soul and Tavi.
Millie's graffitiing under the bed.
I guess Soul would probably.
Oh, hello.
Well, I don't know if she says.
Sorry, what are you asking us?
Are you guys having any kind of discussion in your room before the night closes out?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, just about old times or whatever.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Say whatever you want to say.
Just talking about the old times when we were in our Legion together.
Yeah, it's private.
Okay. All right. Kenji, would you be talking to Omega at all?
Definitely. I'm sure we'll write something up for you. That will
Sure.
tell you what's up. Just because they're not here, so.
Yeah. Totally okay. Got it.
All the sloppy footwork tips that Kenji had.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
Does Omega go by they, them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dylan said Omega did to the very beginning, and then retconned it
To she, her, right?
to she, her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not mispronouncing. Okay. That's what am I forgetting?
I think it might have been just a convenience.
Maybe. It would have been Harry and Kevin. We'll just assume they had a thrilling conversation about distilling Popoto into liquor.
Meeting in the mines.
Yeah. Sid and Sherman. Anything for y'all?
Did you have a nice conversation with Kenji earlier?
Yeah, I wanted to give him a bottle for, his birthday's coming up a little after yours, and figured it'd be nice to give him something. And I asked him to stick around for a little bit. I didn't know what his plans were after the job we were doing would be over, so I just asked him to stick around in case we needed some extra protection.
Well, he could probably help if you ever plan to go back to Ishtar to see what happened to your house.
Tell you the truth, I really couldn't care less about the house. I just hope everybody there is safe, given what's going on down there.
Well, I'm still worried about what we found in your house and what we couldn't find in your house. Particularly in the basement and also in your room.
I'll tell you the truth, if it were up to me, I'd just cave that basement in a minute. I don't think there's anything in there that anybody really needs to know.
I understand.
What's in the room is interesting.
You're cutting out. We can't hear you at all.
What happened in the room was kind of strange, considering it was calling to Kevin from his family and Cliffside. So, yeah, that's something troubling.
Right. So if it was something that would be able to reach out to try and manipulate Kevin, could you imagine what it would be able to do to try and reach out to any rioters that entered your home for whatever reason?
All of that. I mean, we weren't able to open it. I would hope that just some random passerby wouldn't either.
I don't think with our luck, I don't think we'd be. I don't think it would be a random passerby who would discover this.
I mean, after we get the eggs, I guess that could be our next stop to get back to. He's over in the library that she was talking about going to. I don't think she can really check in for us.
Check in with
Jess, can you move the microphone closer to your mouth?
Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah. Better?
Yep.
It's only been a day or two. We can probably check in with Fifi in a few more days to see what she's found at the mobile library. But definitely make sure that she doesn't have any trouble coming back to Ishgard if she decides to go back.
Yeah, I mean, I did ask you to check in and see if anybody was still in the house. I had said that, so I guess you could have given us a quick.
Poe? Can you try restarting? You're cutting out so much. Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't catch anything.
Yeah. Was that just us, Jess, or could you not hear him either?
I couldn't really hear me there.
I couldn't either.
Yeah.
Any better now?
Oh, so much better. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that could be our next stop, and hopefully she was able to tell whatever the staff remained at the house to get out.
Right. We have quite a few stops to stop at along the way. We've got, if they don't forget about it, we've got that,
So many plot threads.
what was it? Safe from the Kojin that Harry was quite keen on visiting. We've got the Sylphs to visit near Gredania. If we manage to get there. We've got, what else?
Well, I guess that either way, that means you plan on sticking around for a while after the egg job.
I think so. I think I'll need to. At least a couple of things I need to see through.
It'd be good to have you stick around.
Yes. Of course, I need to make sure you and your brother stay out of trouble.
Yeah. You sure there's nothing I need to worry about with that, right?
But how about you? Is there anything that I need to be concerned about with you?
I mean, I'm a little worried about him moving around on his own, and I mean, I have my little dizzy spells here and there, but I think I'm okay. Maybe.
Why is it you're so worried about him moving around on his own? You've given us, you haven't really told us if he's doing anything dangerous or if he has done anything really dangerous. You're just very sort of skittish.
I mean, he's never given me any reason to think that he would do anything bad to anybody, but you know, it's until now we've pretty much been on the level, knowing what the other was doing, and him going off on his own's a little strange.
Well, have you discussed about that with him?
Really? I mean, he's told me on many occasions that he has no intention of getting involved, and I mean, I guess when he first started manifesting, after he started showing up after Cliffside, then I was able to block him out, and coming here made him come out more, and he was angry. He wanted comeuppance for what they did to us there, but since then he's just been kind of content to stay in the background until now.
Okay, so forgive me for prying, but what it sounds like is that he was very upset with what happened to both of you. Understandably, it's very terrible. But it also sounds like you are trying to keep him sort of buried for a very long time. Yes?
When after everything happened in Cliffside, my parents did their best to make it so I believed I was crazy and that I was making the whole thing up, and they did a very, very good job of it. And before I totally blocked him out there with the help of the Karujins and the meditations and the blockages, I wanted nothing more than to make it right. We're twins, but I was born first. And I don't know, I guess it's silly, but I kind of always felt that I needed to take care of him. And for him to give his life for me, I wanted to make it right. And I was willing to do anything I could to do that.
Alright, so then, if you want to make it right, then why do you seem so keen on shutting him away?
Because I know what he wants to do.
What does he want to do?
Move on.
Not very vague.
I watched him die once, and I told myself that I would do anything I could to turn that around, be it give up what I have, be it find a way to do it, whatever it would take. And I forgot about that when they made me forget, and when I came here, it all came back, and I was so ready to give up everything to make it right and give him what he deserved.
Well, what about what he wants?
I can't, if there's a way for me to fix it, I can't have him go again. And that's what he wants.
Well, I understand that it would be very hard to let him go all over again. You weren't ready the first time, and you were pretty much forced to do it a second time when your parents had all those doctors, chirurgeons, force you to bury him, pretty much. And now that you have him back, forgive me if this sounds frank, but it seems almost like you feel a little guilty for sort of locking him away for so long, and you don't want him to move on his terms because you're not ready. He seems, from what I've spoken to him, he seems ready. And it's not that he doesn't care for you. From what I've heard from him, he cares an awful lot about you. I don't think there's any malice against you. But this sort of disagreement on what you're allowing him to do versus what he needs to do could be something else that's tearing you both apart again.
He didn't deserve to die that way.
No, I agree. Absolutely not. And I would have loved. Look, you are a wonderful person, Sid. I'm so happy that I've had the chance to spend so much time with you. Wonderful time with you. And I would have loved to have met your brother under different circumstances. If he was actually here with us as his own person, I think it would have been wonderful. So I understand the what ifs, the why nots, or whys that seem to be sort of making you and sort of make you feel guilty in a way. But at the same time, he knows that. He knows how to feel. Again, it might not be about what you want. It might be more about what he needs and your brother. Now, not saying that you have to make any sort of decisions one way or another, but just know that I'm trying to pay attention. I'm trying to pay closer attention to how you are dealing with this, with everything around you, while also sort of not managing, but coexisting with your brother the best way that you know how, but also keeping in mind what he wishes to do as well. But anyway, that's quite a lot to chew for the night. So I think we should probably get some sleep. Is that all right?
That's all right.
All right. Good night, darling.
Good night, Dahlia.
No sooner, that was good. No sooner than you start to lay down, maybe 5 minutes later, you start to hear what appears to be a muffled argument coming from the room next to yours. This is Sid and Sherman. And it sounds like two male voices. Hard to make out exactly what they're saying, but you do catch what?
No, what?
With a funny look.
Continue.
To me, that would be like room 6.
Yes.
Oh, I thought.
No, not Kenji Omega.
You were like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No, because you guys are number 3, so they're 5.
I'm not taking your agency.
Because Eric said 3, so you guys are in the middle.
Oh, shit.
Then Kenji Omega, Sherbin said, this is room 6
Okay,
with random.
Original.
So you hear bits and phrases. It's really hard to make out the entire gist of the conversation, but what you hear, one voice says, "No, I'm not going back. It's a fucking war zone." And the other voice says, "You made a commitment. And we have to go save our people." And what's that?
But it's not Sol and Tavi.
It's not Sol and Tavi.
Okay, because so far, it's like Sol and Tavi.
It's like, "No, I'm not going back. They summon a primal again. Tatters everywhere. The tribes scattered. And then it sounds like a muffled thump, and the argument stops. Anything else that you would have heard, it's just quiet. But that's what you were able to hear.
Everyone's just gonna slowly put a pillow over her head.
And I will go and move a chair in front of the door.
Okay. The night passes. Rooms 4 and 5. You're woken by a child's scream. Like a blood-curdling scream. In the morning. It's around like 7:30, 8 a.m.
My bad.
That's it. You hear the scream, and then it's like running towards the direction of the office that you were in when you secured your rooms.
I'll
Lobby.
hop out, move the chair, and look out.
Yeah, I'd probably pop out as well.
The door to room 6 is open. When you looked out, you see the little girl that you saw in the lobby yesterday, Asami. She's running into the lobby, and she looks like she's just crying, and she's screaming the entire way there.
Look over at Kenji and go for room 6.
I'll go with him.
Okay. In room 6, you find it doesn't appear that anyone's in there except for a body whose head appears to have been caved in. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
That's what the thud was.
Murder on
Great.
the Namai Express.
We all have alibis. Wonderful. Awesome.
Jesus.
Splendid.
Would I frame you for murder? He's learning. He's learning.
No, because it wouldn't be
Depends on
flaming.
how many natural ones we've had.
What was that?
Depends on how many natural ones we've had.
And then break his murder framing.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, the first DM limit break was heresy.
Yes.
And Ishgard.
And Ishgard, that's right. And then the second one was Leviathan.
Woo! Oh, yeah.
Roleplay level 10.
Alright.
Yeah.
Good night,
All right.
guys. Sleep well.
Thanks for playing, everybody.
Night, guys.
Night.
Bye.
And Millie's notes. And nothing bad happened during the night whatsoever because I was in room 1.
Thank you.
It was a lot of fun tonight.
Good.
It's a lot of fun every night.
You don't
I feel
have,
like every time I say that, I
you don't
need
have to
to
qualify it. It's okay. I understand.
It was only fun this night.
Every other night, not fun. Tonight, fun.
Okay, good.
The past year,
Awful.
It's about time.
Why have I been coming back?
I didn't think you could make it fun, but now you've just proved it.
exactly. So that was the time I was vindicated.
Bunch of assholes. Lovable assholes. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I just swung yours.
You did.